Greetings, everybody! Welcome to Dayglow. Not Dayglow Show, just Dayglow. But
Oh,
what?
not Dayglow Show.
It is a show though,
Okay.
and we have David Groom and
Yes.
Alex Glow.
I'm not used to being on this side. This is hard to get used to.
I always get it wrong anyway, so works okay for me.
I
But
almost feel like it should be called Glow Day Show now that we're, or not show, Glow Day now that we're inverted
well,
like this.
there
Okay.
we go.
Hey, Glow. Okay. I don't mind having comments over my face. I'm completely comfortable.
We have a new thing where we can see your comments come up on the thingy, which is why I was putting myself over here. So, but we can trade off so that we each get comments on our face at some point.
Wait, they're going to be
David's.
commenting on our faces? I thought they were just going to be commenting on what we were doing. Oh, I did not understand the assignment.
Okay, what is the assignment though? What are we doing?
I think we're hacking on stuff. Maybe some Meshtastic stuff. Maybe the
Yeah,
website that is several episodes behind.
that's chill. My stuff is behind too. So you can go to dayglow.show to find all our episodes of this. And go to either of our YouTubes, which are linked from dayglow.show, to find previous episodes, which include multi-hour hacks on things, everything from Thumby tiny game devices to PicoCalc, cool giant calculator device that runs BASIC and other stuff. Pi 500 Plus, e-ink displays, and today Meshtastic. And okay, right off the bat though, okay, wait, one more thing before we jump in there, which is that besides doing these multi-hour hacks, where we get to deep dive into some piece of hardware that we've had around but never like really found the time to dig into, this is our chance to do that. And also, in service of that, we're continuing this format that we started when we were just like doing these as us online talking to each other, where we have a collaborative doc. And oh yay, you got access! Yay! I'll just debold from there on. Yeah, no worries. So, collaborative doc, which you can access via the link in the description, where we will be dumping notes and code snippets and whatever, or maybe links about things that we come across as we're doing this, so that you can follow along and click a link instead of just being like, I have to try and type the thing or screenshot it. Horrible. Okay, but first up, before we jump into Meshtastic hacks, you've got some cool new stuff. I've got some cool new PCBs. Tell me about what you've got though, because I think it's a lot more unique.
Okay, I've got a couple things I'm excited about. And I'm not going in any particular order, but this is the latest from Arduino that I picked up. This is a collaboration between Arduino and M5 Stack, which was handed to me by the M5 Stack team in Shenzhen.
Ooh.
It's the Arduino Nesso N1, and as you can see, it will have to be an upcoming episode because I have not got as far as broken the seal. Another M5 Stack excitement is the Cardputer, a favorite of the show. Advanced, or ADV, the new Cardputer ADV.
Whoa.
It's got a bigger keyboard. It's got more everything. Again, haven't got as far as opening it, but I'm excited too. And the Cap LoRa, slap some LoRa on the top kind of device. Excited about that. Another Maker Faire Shenzhen pickup I brought because I thought you would like it is the Palm-O Duino. It is a Pomodoro timer Arduino kit from my friend Tori, and maybe we'll put that together on a later show. Now,
Fun.
the most exciting thing of all, which is not going to be as exciting as I hoped, is PicoCalc.
PicoCalc.
We've seen it before, but not like this. So I'm going to have
How
to
do you
spend
know?
some, because I'm quite certain. I'm going to spend some of my hacking time on this, opening it up, because right now I can't physically turn it on. The switch is stuck. But what's inside here is, instead of your Raspberry Pi Pico that you're used to, there's a Raspberry Pi Zero in here. So the PicoCalc is now a full Linux machine.
Whoa.
And that's what I got.
Cool. Let me double check that I pulled up the right links here real quick. So in this doc, as promised, I have been dropping these links to the Nesso N1. I'm really excited about that because M5 Stack makes really gorgeous stuff. And so a collaboration between them and Arduino is quite exciting. I want to find like some closer up photos of that. But anyway, Cardputer ADV. And then the M5 Stack Cap LoRa seems to be a breakout for that, like an add-on for it.
Yeah, it adds so you can put LoRa onto your computer and have a mobile computer communication system.
Solid. So,
Yeah,
GNSS, that's similar to GPS, right? It's like a positioning system.
I believe so. Yes.
Solid. Ha! Cool. Are you gonna mess around with that at all today?
I'm not sure
For
if I'll
the
mess around with that. I'm gonna focus on our topic of Meshtastic probably, which I guess that that falls within. Maybe I will mess
It
with that.
surely
Yeah.
does.
Okay.
So
Then
what? Mm.
yeah.
Yeah, because what I've brought are not necessarily all exactly Meshtastic. I've got my Meshtastic device, but I meant to order a base station, like a
Hmm.
more powerful, like T-beam or something for my home setup with like a stronger antenna and stuff, so that I could capture more stuff. Traffic. There we go. Stuff. But did not do that in time. But I do have the SuperCon badge from this year, which has a spectrum analyzer add-on, which you can use to see when activity is going on in, like Meshtastic, for example, bands, which
That
is
is a good
exciting.
accessory to have. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been coveting the hacker pager for ever since I like saw it at DEF CON and interviewed oh my goodness, names. Corey, I think. Yeah, Cody. Cody. About it, which has a really nice little interface for like spectrum analysis and packet capture. But anyway, I also dug up this device, the Chaos Communication Camp 2015 badge, which is the RAID EO with a 1 and a 0. And I never ended up like doing anything with this, but SDR, software defined radio stuff, is fascinating to me, and I have never really had a chance to dig into it. Oh man, I put my name on it. I forgot about that. Check it out.
No.
But we're just gonna see what I can do with this. I'm gonna mess around. In the meantime, I'll show you my mailbag. Oh yeah. Alas. Wait, oh, huh. I expected it to pull it onto the screen. Oh, it does, but it's
It's
tiny. Okay,
both.
so we're
Yeah.
not gonna do that.
Okay.
All right, so my mailbag real quick. I've been messing around with PCB stuff. I finally fixed my KiCad setup, which means that I can make PCBs again with very little difficulty. I am doing hand-drawn art on my iPad. Yes, I am back on my bullshit. I have a host tutorial on that called iPad to KiCad that you can find, where it shows you how I take designs from the initial circuit layout in KiCad to, oh, come on, to a screenshot, to doodling on it in various layers in Procreate on my iPad, and then how I export those as layers that are consolidated in black and white for importing into KiCad again, and then meld them together. So I haven't soldered those bad boys together yet, but I do have, oh, I gave away the one of these that I had. This is the problem. I keep putting these together and then giving them away to people. But this is an LED blinky fella that is just like super minimal, but I was having fun with playing around with. This is the CR1225 battery breakout. This is hand-drawn elements for LED, the top switch and resistor integrated into this sort of like Art Deco Art Nouveau organic style thing. Hey Paul, what's up? Paul of TNC legend, and I'm basically making a new version of my Charmwire series, as well as new Jewel Thief circuit boards. And for the holidays, this is like a crappy prototype, but I just received it, so I'm going to show it. Yeah, I've made Jewel Thief devices in the past, which basically allow you to run stuff like LEDs off of dead batteries. Dead, like for example, double A's and triple A's. So my family, half my family is Norwegian, and since it's the Jewel Thief, I figured, and like God Jul is like Merry Christmas in Norwegian, I was like, I'll make a perpetual candle that runs off of dead batteries to help people like use up those up before they toss them in the garbage as part of a reuse thing. And so this is a very, very basic preliminary design just to like make sure that my design works, and then I'm designing some fancy curly cues and stuff based on rosemaling, which is a Norwegian painting style. Anyway, that's what I got. But I'm mostly gonna be meshing
Messing around.
around. Oh lordy, with Meshtastic, yes. So, we've got, and this just makes me very happy. I've got like all these. I probably like look to the Walgreens people like some kind of person with a problem because I'm buying all these things for like containing vast amounts of pills. Where's the other one? Like this thing. It's but for like little electronic components. Look at this. Hinges, a little whole case. You got 3 compartments for each with like silicone uh lid thingies that are very stable, and like the compartments don't leak into each other. And okay, I'm gonna stop going into that because it's not super relevant and we've got plenty on our plates already. But
I think it's great. We were just talking about
isn't it
that
so good?
on the Maker Discord from
Oh
our
cool.
Wednesday meetup. We were talking about storage. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Oh, I should post in there with
yeah.
photos of this thing and stuff. It's just very satisfying. And like I'm planning to store both like a few of each component I regularly use, plus a charmware based tester. So like one of like, for example, a particular type of LED mounted onto a little charmware board, so that I can easily test them and compare different types of LEDs and stuff. Haha. Okay, very excited about all the things.
Morgan says part storage is always relevant. I agree.
Indeed it is. Good to see you, Morgan. If
Wait, we've got multiple Morgans happening. Morgan X666 and Morgan Allen 7
same
2.
icon,
Yeah.
some Viking legs. Mysterious. I wonder if this is the Morgan who makes the coffin PCB badge or no. Oh, it's Nick Poole. Hey, it is you. Okay, cool, awesome. All right, so I'm in the state of, apparently I deleted the Meshtastic app from my phone, and so I'm going to first get that set up again and show people that interface real quick, and also set up the client again and make sure that my USB-C cable is working. In fact, it's plugged in right now, and I gotta make sure that I actually. Oh, okay, cool. Yay! It's always exciting when you have power plus data over your USB cable. So, yeah, Meshtastic real quick. For anyone who's not familiar with it already, would you like to give a quick overview, or shall I?
Would I? Sure. I am off the top of my head. Meshtastic is a LoRa-based communication system. It's a private messaging system, basically, and you can use it to send messages to your friends or your community. One way that I think a lot of people are trying to use it is for sort of mutual aid situations or emergency preparedness, because you can have your own off-grid network that doesn't require the internet and coordinate with people in whatever your situation is, your happy normal existence, or maybe something more dire, or maybe something more remote. It basically lets you send sort of text messages securely to other people with this hardware without having to rely on any of the existing infrastructure that we do usually use for those kind of things.
Yeah, and there's different types of devices. So some of them have GPS built in, some of them don't. The protocol supports it. And then also you can do it directly from a computer if you have like a card or a device attached. You can. Oh yeah,
Would you like to see some examples of devices?
we're definitely gonna get into devices. Show us
Okay.
what you got.
I have
Show me
some
what
if
you
we're ready for it
got.
now. So this is my device that I carry with me every day in my pocket, hopefully not irradiating myself in some kind of negative manner. This is the Seed Sense Cap, and it said I shot JR on it in vinyl, but now it says L shot JR. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. But this is just a very compact, it lasts for several days. It's got a decent antenna in it. You can just stick it in your pocket or whatever other safer place you want to keep it,
That
bag
is
or
the
something.
SenseCap card tracker T1000 dash
Thank
E,
you.
maybe?
That's correct. And so this one makes it so I'm always on the mesh.
Mm.
I have it paired with the app on my phone, and between these two, I've got my Meshtastic ubiquitously available. Other ones to highlight. Let's see. So the other thing that I didn't get into when I was describing Meshtastic is the mesh aspect. So it requires obviously there to be nodes around you, and so I litter the place with nodes as much as I can. I've got
Mm.
one on the wall at the co-working space that I'm in right now. This is the one that is usually in my car, but I brought it with me to show it off because it's kind of cool. It's got a nicer antenna
Yeah.
on it, so I do sort of
Ooh.
war driving around every day without having to try moving, bringing
What
the
is that
mesh
one?
wherever I'm driving. What's that?
What is that one? PWRD powered?
This one is the Weo Tracker L1 Pro. This is another one from Seed.
Ah, right, of course.
And let's see what else we got. I'm not going to remember the names of these, unfortunately.
I know
This
some of them,
is.
so.
Oh, good. Well, then tell me what this is.
No clue. That
So I
looks
think
like
this is
almost like a
from.
ham radio. Wow.
I know, it's so cute. My favorite thing on
It's
this
real
is this
cute.
little dial here, which
Ah,
actually all it does is turn up the backlight, which is not
ha,
very obvious, it seems. But
that's
it's got this
hilarious.
e-ink display. Oh, the screen is paused for some reason. Oh, I just
Whoa.
turned it off. That's why. Um, so this little thing right here is actually just for the backlight, but it looks cool as heck.
Sure does.
This is the Elegoo ThinkNode M1.
Mm.
There's another Elegoo ThinkNode, I think M2. Oh, it says it right there. Yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
handy. This is a Wishmash Pocket V2. Very kind of cool, rugged looking one. Nice
Yeah.
battery and 3D printed case. And the last ones I think I'll show off are, I'll just honestly claim my favorite one. So this is the LilyGo T-Deck Plus. It is a fully self-contained device. All of the other devices that I showed you, if I wanted to send a message, I would have to connect it to my phone to use the keyboard on my phone. But this one has a little BlackBerry style keyboard on it and software with a full GUI on it. So you can just use this. You can leave your phone at home and be on the mesh with just one cool device.
Yes. So another point that David just brought up, some of these have um, keyboards built in, some of them do not, and then like different powered, different types of power on them. Oh, wait, so I think that David, maybe if you click,
It
I know,
never
I know.
worked. I don't. It's something about this camera. I don't know how to get it to mirror ever. It never.
In the StreamYard settings, you can't like check or uncheck the mirror my thingamajig.
I'll give it a try. But usually when I say how's that?
Can you hold something up to the?
Okay, let's see. This has the word programming mode on it. Does it say programming mode or is it backwards?
It's backwards for me, but sometimes I'm not the same as other people. Can anyone give us feedback on David's chirality?
I think the mirroring only affects what I see, not the overall. Yeah, see, there's
Backwards
something just
still.
about this hardware. I don't know why
Alas!
this camera is always backwards.
Thank you, folks, for the feedback. Can you give me feedback on mine, please? Because I have noticed lately that mine is backwards for me,
Oh no.
but I don't know if it's backwards for others. Oh, man. Well, curses. Oh, frontwards. Okay, so mine is
Okay.
frontwards at least. All right. Thank you for the heads up on that. We shall continue to
Thank you, Claire.
figure it out. Is a ongoing work surface. So I've dumped some of these links to devices that David just mentioned into here. Mine personally, did you mention this already? The MusiWorks, like LoRa Heltec V3, LoRa node in
No.
a nice little case, and it comes with a little antenna. This comes with a whip antenna. You can find them on Etsy, and you could just 3D print your own case, but this one again comes with like the antenna. So let's see where that go. Well, it's in the docs, and you can also find a whole list on meshtastic.org of supported hardware devices. Also, if you're looking, a common thing with Meshtastic is the issue of trying to find Time to install a prism in front of the lens. While you're at it, might as well do some sodium vapor lamp color keying, which I was learning about recently. Anyway, a big issue often being just finding people who are around to chat with, and there are numerous local groups, including, for example, Baymesh in the Bay Area, who have not only like a Discord channel or a Discord in general, but also they have a page where they tell you what their recommended settings are, and this not only makes it easier to figure out what frequency slash type of channel people are on. So for traffic management as well as finding other people and managing power and stuff, you can set your device to, for example, long, fast, short, turbo, or whatever. I forget what all the different options are, but your local group may have one preferred setting so that it helps manage the amount of traffic that's on the channel while also managing, for example, how many hops your message may go through in the mesh before it peters out, so that that affects how much you reach, but also how much chatter there is, and then other stuff for just ensuring compatibility with everybody else so you can find them, and then other stuff around like how to set your username so that it's useful for other people and like maybe security or whatever in terms of managing who's around. And I sort of assume that this is just a collective of people, and I'm not sure what the leadership structure is like, but I'm kind of curious. Then there was one more thing. I was going to drop this into the doc as well. A link to the seed wheel tracker. All these other ones, feel free to check out the devices page. So my little Heltec one is not super powerful. I'm always trying to find people to connect with when I'm doing Meshtastic stuff. And the thing is that you can set your location on here if you want, and you also cannot do that if you want.
The cool thing is like the last 5 digits of the long lat are kind of randomized. So even if you set your location, it's going to be like half a kilometer from where you really are, unless you override that setting. So by default, it's just kind of like a vague location, not like pinpoint accuracy.
Yes. Yeah, and mine allows me to also select a specific place in the app, at least, that like I've just sort of chosen a random place that's vaguely near where I live, so that I don't have to worry about that at all. It can take GPS settings from your phone. Ah, good. I am connected again. So one thing about the iOS and Android apps is that they have apps for different devices. Some settings are only available in the web client. Some are available on iOS. Some are available on Android. I haven't. Hearing metric on YouTube makes me happy. Yeah. How often do you actually use Meshtastic to chat with people? Okay, so the main places that I've seen Meshtastic used is at specific events. So DEF CON, SuperCon. I didn't actually see anyone using it at SuperCon, but I imagine people probably were. At Bay Area Maker Faire this year, I know some people were talking about using it at Open Hardware Summit, I think, etc. So I personally am planning on getting that big ol' home antenna at some point to be able to chat better with people, because even after massaging the settings, I've found it difficult to find people. There's also like a little bit of a social thing where I'm like, I want to lurk for a little bit to get a feel for like how the community interacts before I like bust in through the wall like the Kool-Aid man, like, hey, what's up, mesh people, anyway, what about you, David? What's your experience been like?
I'm more of the Kool-Aid man approach myself. So I mean, so it obviously the amount of traffic it depends on the area. Obviously, Bay Area, you've got a good chance for that. Ann Arbor, we've got a pretty good community here. We're very lucky, although this is coming to an end soon. There's a building called Wolverine Tower, and someone managed to get one on top of that building. So pretty much everyone around can see that one node, and we can all use that node, and it makes it really easy to communicate. I also have one at home. I like a decent sized solar powered one at home. Like I said, I got one here. I got my one that I drive around with. So I would say, I wouldn't say necessarily every day, but anytime I see a message come up, I reply to it, just because half the messages are, I just got Meshtastic. Can anybody else hear this? And I always want to encourage them and say, yes, I can hear you and stuff like that. Yep, the rest of them are about the weather or the traffic or the football game or whatever. And so it's just mostly just like people, saying random stuff, and I like to engage in that. But when you were talking about the
Very
Bay Area
welcoming to
mesh,
newbies.
yeah, one of the things that's cool is, again, I don't know what the legality of this is, but I always leave mine on the airplane, and you can see stuff from the airplane, like especially as you're going over large cities, and so like you know, first of all, you can see stuff across the Great Lakes. So I could see like the Chicago mesh when I was in West Michigan. But when you're flying as well, you start to get like, oh, and the node name will be like 18th floor of whatever skyscraper in Chicago. I'm like, awesome. Send that person a message. Hey, I'm in an airplane. How's it going? Um,
That's
and
so
uh,
cool.
and then as you start to get close to the things, like your one there is called Bay Mesh, and a lot of people will put, yeah, Morgan. What Morgan says, it's just ham chatter. It's just like exact same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
people
I got
saying stuff
more
for
on
the
that.
yeah. Um, but when you start to go to some of the larger cities, there will be Shy Mesh, Bay Mesh, whatever in people's names. And when you see that in the name, you're like, oh, really? There's a shymesh.org or whatever it is. Let me check it out. Get on there. They tell you what settings to use locally, and then you can get part of the community. Anytime I've been traveling a ton lately, and everywhere I go, I absolutely dive into the local mesh and bust in through the wall like a Kool-Aid man.
So I love that. I'm sure it's short for Chicago, but like my mesh would be called Shy Mesh because I'm shy. I actually was looking around for where my frickin' ham radio is because I just was messing around with it this morning. I've also been doing a bit more of that and would also love to augment my antenna setup for that. I'm kind of. I don't think there. I think some frequencies overlap. I forget. I've got a big poster with the frequency allocation stuff around somewhere. But yeah. So uh, there is some uh definite like content overlap with ham cheddar, but also I have been doing some of that and accidentally picked up some local people talking about organizations that are like emergency response organizations that use ham radio, and that overlaps with some like walkie-talkie frequencies. Got a whole chart of them around here. What did I just do with them? Oh, here we go. So another thing I was thinking of doing was like see if I can like pick up some of this bad boy on my Hackaday Supercon Spectrum Analyzer situation, because you've got the like regular walkie-talkie channels, and then you got like your ham frequencies. Speaking of local architecture as infrastructure, I guess it is technically a radio tower, but Sutro Tower NSF is one of my favorite
Yeah.
landmarks, and it's actually featured on one of my PCBs recently. This is a micro SD card holder socket thing, footprint designed to look like a postage stamp because I was messing around with it. But we got weather and traffic. Yeah. Um, what else? There was something else on here. It sounds delicious. Bit of mustard. Yeah. Oh, we got backwards and forwards things. I think we're gonna
That's
just deal with the whole backwards forwards issue and leave it be for now. But someone also asked about whether you're also seeing private communications. There we go. Hey, Maker Block. So you can do both. You can do private direct messages. You can have a private key that you share with specific people so that you can only access that direct message channel if you have the private key. There was something that came up a while back specifically relating to the security of Meshtastic around private keys. I forget what it was exactly. Maybe I'll look it up. There are other similar protocols to Meshtastic that are designed specifically for secure communication. So this is not the only LoRa communication protocol by far. There's also, oh my gosh, what's the Mesh Core is another one, which I think might be more security focused. I forget. There's some that are designed more for hikers. And then yeah, so there's various ones that are. I've got another device somewhere that I meant to grab, and maybe I will at some point. That as a device that's specifically designed with an ESP32 for secure communications over a slightly different protocol. So we'll see about that.
just going back to the ham thing, and I know this is going to be backwards. There's obviously a huge overlap. I know this is backwards, but
Yeah.
looking at the nodes locally here, we've got W8JFL. We've got NASBE with mishmesh.net in their name as well. There's a huge number of hams on here, and AE8JF Tower. And also, if you are a licensed ham radio operator, you can crank up your power, I think. But also, you have to turn off encryption.
Yeah, it's a
So,
whole thing. Like in Baymesh, for example, they tell you not to crank up or do the ham radio thing. I think if you want to talk to other people on there,
yeah, it
just
doesn't seem like a good trade-off to me.
yeah. Similarly with this Hackaday badge, there's a single jumper that you can solder in the back, and it says like more power or something, and it jacks up the power. But also that means that you're gonna eat more battery, of course, because whether you're sending or receiving, I think both ways it does consume more power. But if it's solar powered, that's pretty rad. I'm really excited about your solar powered home setup. What did you follow like a specific tutorial for that, or have you
It's
gonna?
just the off-the-shelf unit from Seed Studio. It's just their larger kind of. It's got like a, I don't know, 6,000 milliamp hour battery and a solar panel, and it's just kind of self-sufficient.
Is it specifically a Meshtastic device or just a solar power
Oh yeah,
source?
I mean, it's marketed as a Meshtastic device. Was one of the
Ooh.
other protocols Reticulum?
Oh, yes, quite possibly.
Yeah, it popped into my
Reticulum.
head.
There was another one that I found randomly that I've never been able to find again. That I pulled up the site and it was like some super freedom coded thing with like eagles or something and like, camo military styling and seemed a lot more sort of like traditional prepper style culture thing. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And but it was a whole like protocol that seemed like the freedom version of that. So there's definitely a lot of different ones. Here we go. Cryptography-based networking stack for building local and wide area networks with readily available hardware can continue to operate even in adverse conditions with very high latency and extremely low bandwidth. Allow anyone to operate their own sovereign communication networks. Make it cheap and easy to cover vast areas. Vast areas! Sorry, anyway. So is
Yeah,
this the
that's
one
the
you're talking
one.
about?
That's the one. Yeah, it's obviously made
Cool.
for external mounting. It's got all
Uh-huh.
weatherproofing and a thing for strapping onto stuff.
More about the altitude thing. So, of course, when you're in a plane,
Hmm.
Sora node, you're getting a direct line of sight to lots and lots of
Yes.
places, which is why that helps. So obviously the range that you get at any particular power depends highly on what's in the middle. So you got buildings, people are sometimes referred to as like vertical columns of water, I've heard in radio circumstances, which I love. And but yeah, so people have done things like putting it on a kite, putting a node on like a drone in order to get altitude and line of sight on more places and uh panopticon that shit.
And I just want to clarify that the airplane thing is just some fan fiction I'm working on. It's not anything that I
Ah,
personally do.
I have
Uh,
heard of that though. Like, I'm
no,
trying
I
to remember
totally
who
do
it
it. I'm just
was.
saying I don't know if it's legal.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's you're doing it in Minecraft.
Yeah,
Meshcore Web Flash. I'm trying to find the actual page here. There's another fun thing that I discovered. Well, there's meshcore.co.uk. Maybe that's the official one. I don't know. Anyway, humans act like bass dampers in live venues. See that, but unlike uh, Meshtastic, bass makes my sternum vibrate, and I like that when it makes my rib cage go boom. If Meshtastic did that, it would be amazing. Honestly, I would be even more motivated. What am I looking for? Oh yeah, one other cool thing. Meshtastic is has a GitHub, and I thought it was cool to see that their logo is derived from the appearance slash aesthetics of
Wow.
physical LoRa modulation. Check it out.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Not a vertical column of water. I made popsicle. Okay, Corbin Dallas. So, oh yeah. Before we dig in super deep, there is also this thing. Would you like to tell us about this thing? It's live right now on Codsplat.
I would like to tell you about it. I wish I'd have grabbed the one that was in my bag and brought it with me. That was one of the things that was supposed to be in the mailbag. But yeah, so that's my friend Billy and Kevin's project open interface KVM Go. They had a slightly larger version, which we learned all about at Teardown this past year when Billy gave a talk on how the crowdfunding process went for that. And now they've got this little keychain version, which I totally brought with me and then left on my desk.
Hey.
Yeah, it
And
basically lets you connect to other computers like Raspberry Pis or servers or any other machine, your friend's laptop with a broken screen, whatever you want, via HDMI or VGA or DisplayPort, using just a USB cable and their special software. And it's really awesome.
And KVM is for keyboard, video, and mouse, is that right?
That's correct. Thank you. Sorry
So
for
you
not
get
unpacking that. Yeah.
not just HDMI capture out, which is really useful in my opinion for recording, for example, tutorials, so you don't have to like try and either screen record on a Raspberry Pi and eat up all your processing power, or point a camera at your monitor, but you can actually like turn it into basically a webcam that's piping USB webcam stuff to your computer screen, which is lovely. So I'm very excited about this, fella. Someone mentioned, Volt the Robot jumps in about the Meshtastic logo. I did not realize that this secret meaning existed where this is analog and digital.
What?
So cool!
I didn't know that, and I have at least 600 Sony Vaio devices, so I'm embarrassed now. Sony
Well,
Vaio. I used to wear like Sony T-shirt, Sony laptop, Sony TV, Sony everything. Like I was Mr. Sony dog, Sony everything.
I'm assuming you mean the
Ibo?
Ibo?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I for some reason initially my thought was Sony dog, like yeah, Ivo. So I'm dropping the open interface link into our shared doc as well. As per usual, you can find that the link to this shared doc in our video description here. Just scroll down and you'll be able to find these links and code snippets or whatever we end up with. We'll be dumping into there.
Well,
Huh?
we used to work in the Sony style store.
What
I
is
know.
that?
I thought I had Sony stuff. You must have had even more Sony stuff than me.
What is a Sony style store?
You know, like an Apple store, but for Sony.
Okay, but it's not like a clothing store or like.
I mean, you could get T-shirts and stuff. Like I said, like I had T-shirts and other accessories for sure.
Huh. I'm gonna see if I can hop on Twitch and remove the spam, cause boo. But you know what? I'm not gonna do that right now. I'll figure it out for the next one, cause we gotta jump in and start doing some stuff. So
Stuff.
let's see. One thing I'm gonna do now that I've got it. So I've got the Meshtastic app on my iPhone connected to the device over Bluetooth, which is great. I've also got it plugged into my computer, and I've established serial communication with the web client, which is very exciting also. And I can again do like some special config settings that are only available from the web client right now, which is not loading very fast, but probably because I'm talking to it on my phone, so probably have to shut that off. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do real quick is just show you all this spectrum analyzer that someone made for the Hackaday SuperCon pad, and my friend Cedric helped me load it onto this device. So I think it's under user, yeah, it's on here. So this is on GitHub under the Hackaday SuperCon thing. I think there's like an apps section. So right now, there does seem to be a bit of a peak around 910 megahertz to 915,
yeah.
which 915 is the USA and a couple of other places frequency. 868, I think, is the frequency generally used in Europe. And let me look up where exactly each of those is, because there's a couple of other regions as well. Obviously, the US and the UK are not the only places, but.
Do they still use 433 as well, or is that just for plain LoRa?
I do not know. I've only heard of these two. Like when you look at the LilyGo devices, like the T-Beam, which might be what I get. But actually, maybe I might get that Seed Studio one that you've got, because solar power. Anyway,
I have the T-Beam. The T-Beam is the one that's on the wall here as well. They're both good, but the T-Beam is not enclosed or anything like that. So
gotcha. So for an external thing, if you want like all in one, I don't suppose you've had a chance to like compare how much they managed to receive or what.
Oh no, I haven't dived in that much. I just like plugged it in and it works and it's cool.
Confirmed that 433 is in use at least in Europe. So this is on meshtastic.org/docs. And we've got 433, da-da-da. Morgan chimes in that it needs a license in the US. And 868 generally Europe, North America, 915 ISM band. And I know that those also apply to other places. I don't know why they don't have those like listed out here. If I go on LilyGo in the proper window and look at like this guy, you can basically, oops, no, I want to go to the actual LilyGo site, please. You can buy different versions of the device for Meshtastic. Here we go. And then, there's different warehouses, but yeah, here we go. You can choose your frequency. I think in the past they said like what country was which, but
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
Oh wait, what's the first radio button there? It says China, Germany, United
That's
States.
the
Oh, the
warehouse for
warehouse.
shipping, I think.
Never mind. Sorry.
I know, yeah, no. So if you are looking for one of these though, do make sure to choose the Meshtastic version. I'm not sure what difference there is, if any. It's probably just specifically sort of tuned in a nice way so that it is easy to set up. You got different types of antennae. Yeah.
I think it might just be pre-installed with the firmware. I don't even know if.
Yeah, that makes sense. Firmware, Meshtastic firmware. There's
Yeah.
also 923 on here. I'm kind of curious.
And 920. I don't know what those are.
Yeah, MIC. Oh, another thing that I'm curious about is so I'm gonna write this down so I don't forget, is I would like to check out. Oh, my brain just went blank. I was thinking about other protocols, but oh yeah, okay. So I've seen people mention that it's not efficient as a communication protocol, for example, for file transfer. It's very slow, and you're likely to sort of like be a dick by kind of overwhelming your local network. Even if you are on a private channel, if you're flooding the frequency with your traffic, then it may make it harder for other people to communicate, especially if you're in a busy area. If you're like out in your own region and like no one else is around, then it probably doesn't matter. But yeah, so if you were like on a farm and wanted to like have like drop some kind of info from a data node, but it probably isn't the most optimal thing for that either. There's probably better ways to do that, and you're definitely not going to get like streaming video on it. I mean, okay, I have seen people stream video with like over a skin connection, like you're touching a capacitive touch thing on one place, and like you've got video glasses that are like streaming to a device that way. So I will never like rule out anything. Someone's gonna end up doing that, but it's not designed for that, and it'd be more of like a cool weird hack. Hey, Blame Track, Sabina, good to see you. Yes, this is Dayglow. It's David Groom and Alex Glow,
We're
and
6 episodes in. What are you
we're
doing?
just gonna dig into some stuff. One final note. There's so many final notes. With even more further ado, you can find info about this on the hashtag Dayglow Show on various places, including Mastodon and Blue Sky. So feel free to follow, as well as on our YouTubes. Goes to both of ours. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so I'm going to have a look at picking up some Meshtastic traffic on the Hackaday SuperCon device here and just like have a look at that. It already seems to be doing some stuff, which you can set your device to automatically broadcast, for example, your location every X amount of time, and your local group may have recommended stuff around that so that you don't get a whole network saturated with "I'm here, I'm over here, blah blah blah" all the time. What I might try to do also is just like go through these settings and make sure that I'm on the proper updated Bay Mesh settings, because they did update them recently. And then I think I'm going to mess around with trying to pick up some stuff on that CC Camp radio badge from back in the day. Speaking of analog and digital, the R8010 is this, and then the one from 4 years later was the Cardio with a 1 and a 0, which is one of my favorite badges ever.
Also, speaking of, I'm curious if anyone else is going to Congress this year, 39C3. I am going, and I'm excited about it, so let us know if you are too.
Ooh, I was not planning on it, but I definitely will be looking on in jealousy. No FOMO though. I need some rest. But yeah. Every year there's the Congress, and then every 4 years there's the camp. I think the next one might be in 2027. Yeah.
I thought Bleep Track might be there, is what made me say it.
Ah, yes. And apparently Bleep Track has a new video out. Very excited to see. Okay, the LoRa chips themselves have different radio front ends for 433, etc. Huh, good to know. And indeed, Bleep Track will be at CCC this year. Very exciting. Fun fact, I almost gave a talk at... I've never made it to CCC, like the Congress. 1 year I was going to give a talk where I was going to try and blow up a pinata with my mind with EEG signals and a capacitor hooked up backwards, but I couldn't get on the plane at the last minute because you have to have your passport valid for 3 months past your journey so that they know you won't stay there, and it was valid but not for that long, so alas. I had a pinata in my bag and everything. I had to cut off the pinata head to get it to fit in my duffel bag. But yeah, okay, so I'm going to be digging into this Bay Mesh stuff and looking at their settings and trying to get that set up. What are you going to...
Well, while you're doing that, I think I'm going to do, if this is permissible, I think I'm going to do something that isn't technically about our topic, which I'm going to try and crack this thing open, see if I can turn it on, because I really want, this just looks like a Pico calc until it starts running Linux. So if it's okay, if it's permissible within the rules of the show, I'd like to diverge from Meshtastic and spend a moment trying to get this to turn on.
I think since it's our last show of the year, it could be a little sort of grab bag kind of thing. And so, like, there's a bunch of stuff I've been meaning to get to this year and haven't quite gotten around to. So I have, like, a huge couple of things this year, like, coming out of burnout, have been getting one of, like, Archimedes up and running again after a couple of years of, like, him being burned out as well. And then also, like, fixing my KiCad setup so I can do more PCBs. So maybe I'll bust out the tiny hot plate and do some close-up tiny hot plate soldering so I can actually test these micro SD things that I'm making. My idea with those is basically these are sort of to be embeddable into jewelry so that I can carry an encrypted copy of my travel documents if I'm traveling and stuff like that. Just like very important stuff to have like a copy of that is sort of clandestine and even if like my wallet and bag gets stolen or lost or whatever, then I'll still have copies of the most important stuff. And other stuff where like you can do a sneakernet thing with like zines or whatever, you can carry around. I tend to carry around micro SD cards that have Kiwix, which is an offline copy of Wikipedia that you can run on a Raspberry Pi and then like broadcast, which I think is just super rad. So anyway, that's it is so tiny. I always tell people about this. I ran this as a workshop recently, actually. And I always tell people, like, there's going to be a tiny hot plate. And then this is the MHP30 from Miniware. And I believe the 30 stands for 30 millimeters. They have an MHP 50 now, which is slightly larger. Makes more sense for, like, larger things, of course. But I just have such a massive fondness for this thing. Massive fondness for the tiny guy.
Oh, no.
It's got cool lighting features, too. And it comes apart like this. Ah! What were you saying I know about?
Oh, I found out what the problem is. The switch is, like, no longer intact.
Oh, no! I can't even see the switch. Oh!
This thing used to be
no!
So that's what's happening there. Okay.
Dang. Can I see that again, actually? Because it has the nubbins, and I buy switches with these nubbins sometimes, and you're just supposed to put a couple holes in the thing. Okay. I need to do that in the future. I need to add that to my like custom footprint,
And the
because
switch just fell off, so cool.
I guess even with the nubbin holes, you still can't be sure that your switch isn't gonna fall off. But ooh, what did you build? PicoCalc? We did assemble PicoCalc on a previous
Well, I'll tell you what,
Dayglow.
while I got the back off, I can show you the cool part, which is
Oh, cool
this is
part.
not an RP2040. This is a backwards Raspberry Pi Zero. So this is a
Pretty.
Linux running PicoCalc, not a RP2040 based one, microcontroller based one. Cool thing
Redonkulous.
is the whole thing is basically just a hack so that it plugs in where the Pico was. So I believe that you can upgrade your existing PicoCalc using this little board here. If I can just prise this off without breaking more stuff. Okay, yeah.
Prize it.
So,
Prize it.
so this is really the cool part. Is this little adapter that turns it from a RP2040 pinout into a Pi Zero, and so
That USB thingy. That's so cool.
yeah.
The two sides. What? That's so cool.
So I will find another PicoCalc and I'll transplant this, and then next show
that-
we'll have. Go.
Is that literally just replacing like a cable connecting the two? Like one is plugged into the other via USB A,
I
and it's
think
just
so.
what? That's so cool.
As far as I can tell, it seems to just be pin for pin kind of.
That's so fascinating.
Yeah.
Who needs cables just to make a freaking board for it?
Yeah.
You know, I actually got some dual USB. No, those are USB.
Oh, that's
jacks.
HDMI.
Oh, that's HDMI.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
Sorry.
Compact, elegant, beautiful. Yes, everyone else recognized that as HDMI. I am sort of, when you see me do this, it's not just because I'm partly an owl at heart. It is also because I've got a camera and another camera here, one for my desktop and one for my face. So I kind of have to duck and weave around to like see what the heck is. You're not gonna stop being trolled about that, David.
I don't know how to fix it. It's this camera. If I switch my other camera, it's fine.
Well, it's like, you know, I wanted to film vertical videos with my computer so that it would be easy to see which what the actual, you know, that I was in focus and what the actual content was on the screen. And I noticed that like it doesn't do vertical. It only zooms in. I'm rotating the thing right now and all it anyway, whatever. Enough screeching. I said I was gonna do a thing. Set up my Baymesh settings, and then I'm going to go to Tiny Soldering Town. The best town there is. Let's see. Baymesh recommended settings. Pulling this up again. I'm gonna drop this in. We embrace a little gentle trolling. Hell yeah. I've just screwed up my thing, so it's got edges. There we go. So Baymesh. And another thing that you mentioned was Mishmesh. Is that M-I-C-H M-E-S-H?
M-I-C-H, like Michigan. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Evil. Two different sh's. Kind of great though.
Yeah, it's .net. M-I-C-H-M-E-S-H.net.
Can you drop it in the doc? I'm
sure
gonna try and do a Baymesh because I keep getting distracted. Oh, and here's the think node.
And did you put the Shymesh in there too?
I did not.
The other thing that's cool about these groups is they often will have a Discord or some other, Meshtastic's cool, but it doesn't always work. So it's nice to have a Discord or another way to communicate with people to help diagnose problems, and also a lot of times I have logging. So I like to, again, depending on the legality of this, drop a bunch of messages as I'm coming down the airplane from various altitudes, and then see on the Discord server which ones kind of got through?
Oh yeah, there is a whole thing with bridges. So another thing that you can set in your device settings is whether or not you want to allow it to be bridged to the internet, which is kind of a cool thing to be able to set on there. And then a lot of, as David mentioned, groups will bridge their local Meshtastic messages to Discord.
Volt the Robot just asked a question,
Hmm.
asking have you seen the Pico Calc mod that adds LoRa mesh mod? That's actually not the Pico Calc, that is the U console, which is this big one. And I have that thing. It's an incredible mod that actually adds all kinds of stuff. It adds 4 different radios, GPS, a better Wi-Fi antenna, LoRa, and SDR. And I actually recorded a video with that guy when I was in Guangzhou, and I will try and find that while we're talking and add it to the show notes along with Mishmash that I was trying. Oh, I did do that. Okay.
Solid. I found the setup guide. If you dig around on that page, you can
Hacker Gadget, that's the guy, and he just made one that lets you add a CM5 module and an SSD, PCIe, all kinds of stuff. I have that too, and I'm going to be writing an article about that for Make. And by the way, speaking of Make, I meant to say, when you were talking about Archie, we put your thing online recently, the companion bot piece. We should drop that in there too.
Which companion bot? Oh, the one where it was like an update on all the companion bots?
Yeah, it's
cool.
a couple issues ago, but I think it's on the homepage right now.
Hooray!
Make Your Face is on the homepage right now.
Oh, nice.
It was.
I was going to drop into. Thank you for letting me know about that. It's cool. Where did that add-on for the M5 stack? Oops. Fella, I guess I didn't end up putting that in M5 stack. This fella, okay. Expansion, drop that into our shared doc as well. There we go. Okay, so, and you are adding stuff, splendid. So, here we go. Using the web flasher, latest release, so yeah, I learned about the recent update to the Baymesh recommended settings via their Discord, so it's very nice to be on there, even if you don't plan on using it to chat, just getting info about any updates and stuff. Keep all automatic beacons to 6 hour plus, so don't be flooding the network. There's multiple different types of node that you can have on the mesh. There are sort of just like personal ones where you're like doing some chatting. There's you can have one on a device. It's like a beacon. You can have a relay, but that should be a pretty like intentional and well-researched and well-informed choice on your part if you're going to be like setting up a relay node, etc. Huh, you can register yourself. That's cool. Maybe I will do that at some point. So I am on these bad boys. I'm gonna open up my web client in another window. Actually, I'll do it the opposite way. I'll show you the fun part and keep the info doc in another window. ID. I'm going to reconnect this because I think that by connecting to it over Bluetooth from my phone, I disconnected it. So here we go. Would you load, please? I would like you to load, please. Hello? Not optimal. What if I turn off Bluetooth on my phone? And then reload again. And after that, we'll try unplugging and replugging. Messages. Okay, it's definitely showing up. It's got this map. Don't know why we're having troubles. Oh, why do you keep disconnecting? Okay, I'm gonna try unplugging and replugging it in. Another thing to note about devices like this is that mine, for example, has a USB-C connector on it for communication and charging. People have noted that if you're trying to charge a USB-C device and it's not working very well, make sure that you're using a USB-A to C cable, because USB-C does not have a strict polarity on it. So, for example, if you have A to C, then it's pretty much defined that like your host device is on the A side, and your client device, the the Meshtastic device or whatever, is going to be or is it just like called host end device? Whatever. Anyway, the little guy that's like charging off of the other one is gonna be on the C end. But if they're both C, you gotta like have a negotiation going on. And sometimes it doesn't quite figure it out. So you can ensure that it will charge properly by using an USB A to C cable. Oh, it doesn't like me. What's your problem? I'm also not very good at using this for network stuff, but let's see. Is there like a status? Here we go. We got a 404 on a couple of things. Some JSON, whatever. What is 304?
Yeah, that might be I'm a little teapot.
No, that's 418, I think.
Hmm.
It is my favorite. Yeah. I love it so much. Anyway, oh, why did I put S on there? Lol. Gotta scroll past the sponsored ones. What is HTTP cats? Okay, so that's fine. 304 means it's just not modified. Oh my god, this is amazing. Are these all like... I'm so excited about this. Okay, let's see what 418 is. What is this heterochromat cat multi-status? Ah, that's so good. What is 418? Do they have it? Conflict. Oh, dying. Okay, this is probably like everyone
Yeah.
already knows about this probably. Unsupported media type. 418. Bot. Oh my god. Well, that's just made my day. I'm gonna drop this into the doc because it's very important. Random. Why would it be sad? It's not sad that it's a teapot. Okay. All right, Alex. I'm gonna drop this. I think I already put that on the... This is not the exact product page, but I'm just gonna make sure we've got one for them in the links here. Yeah, okay, good. So back to the settings. I was trying to figure out why this is not working. I know, right? Indeed, we are meshing around today. Good to see you, J3Z. So why do you hate me? Is it just because of this not being able to grab the device? Oh. Yeah, why? If anyone else has run into this issue, please let me know how you fixed it, because I know that it can recognize the device because it's getting some issue. Ooh. It just is failing to load all these JSON things, which seems like it might be an issue with the site itself, but I kind of doubt it. But like, yeah, it obviously can connect to the device. I'm a software noob at all times, and one thing I'd love to do is learn more about networking, but anyway, this is just like totally... Ooh. Let's see. Serial is very twitchy in the client. Huh. You know, I haven't run into this issue before, but like, yeah, I'll absolutely... I've only been on this interface maybe like 4 times in the past. So maybe I'll just keep trying. If this fails again, I'm gonna close out Chrome and relaunch it and see if it helps. Learning networking is a trap. Indeed. Well, I am very well aware that what might happen is that I become more paranoid as an individual because it seems like one of those jobs where like anyone in security or networking just like becomes even more aware of all the problems and the like incredibly brittle structure of all our security concepts, which I already like as someone like femme shaped on the internet for 10 plus years, like have a decent amount of like just being careful around that stuff, and like I'm sure I'll only get worse, but so it goes. This is not loading. Okay, I'm going to unplug the module and restart Chrome and see where we get with that.
Slight issue with the computer. It's 868 megahertz. Or
Oh,
so
168. Oh, 868.
Not much use to me in the US.
No.
Didn't think of that when I grabbed it.
Alas.
But I'm still gonna have a play with it.
Yeah. Okay. Got my Chrome back. We'll see how this goes. I'm plugging the thing in. We'll put our little faces down here. Haha. Plugging the thing in again. Maybe I'll turn it off for a minute. But there's a couple different buttons on here. I think this is the power button. Let's have a look. One of them is like it scrolls through all the stuff. Okay, yeah, that's the scrolls through stuff. And this is showing directionality, not based on actual GPS, but only based on where I've put my location in the app and where other people have put their locations in the app. One thing that I dealt with, the reason that I know that about the USB-C charging issue is that I noticed that my module would turn itself off or like go to sleep frequently, and that that was the issue, was that it does that automatically under certain power conditions, and if it's not plugged into a power source that's charging it properly, then it doesn't matter how much it thinks that it's well charged, Browsers were never meant to taste USB. Oh no, I don't think I'm in danger of going into DevOps because I'm too hardware focused. Ha! Cool!
Oh, cool.
Well, maybe at some point we'll make a contact. So let's see. Did you wake up? What you doing? Okay. Ah! I keep being too hasty and restarting it or something. Okay, it like restarts the visual interface. Well, if my Meshtastic device will not connect to the web client, then I'll see what I can do with just the phone interface. And I think that'll be more fun to look at anyway. So actually, not a problem. David, as always, let me know if you want to show something on the screen, and otherwise I'm just going to have this. Another cool thing about the SuperCon badge, by the way, is that my friend Mohib, who's great, Mohib Zara, made these little like custom lasered faceplates for them, which at some point I will actually stick on there. But yeah, so get these out of the way. I may solder these later if I continue to have issues, but this is not active right now. But I'll leave this on here in case it does something cool when I'm meshing. I'll try and set it up so that it stays in a logical place. I'll just clip this onto the antenna. Ha! And lean it so we're not getting glare. Not too much anyway. Fine. Turn down the brightness. What's up?
Oh, I'm just playing with the computer and its little It's the little hat or whatever it's called that has the LoRa, and I'm like already up and running. It already has the sort of app built in, and I'm just laughing because the buttons seem to. I don't know if this will come through.
Yeah,
But
I've been hearing little R2D2 beeps and boops. I love that.
well, each time you press the button, it seems to do a kind of random pitch,
I
and it
love
just
it.
sounds hilarious when you're typing. You're like, do 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 do.
Yeah.
That's
This is
just
the
me
future
typing,
that science fiction promised us.
right?
Oh, my flipper is coming up in my Bluetooth settings here, and I'm like, man, I wonder if there's something. I'm gonna have a look into. Um, I just connected you. Come on, into whether the flipper. Anyone's done anything with like flipper and Meshtastic.
Oh.
I just connected you, you fool. Do-do-do-do-do-do. If anyone in the chat knows about flipper stuff. Oh, here we go. Oh, I saw an amazing thread once that was explaining the issue with USB-C in terms of dominant and submissive, and how like each USB-C device basically had like an info identifier thing that sort of tells the system how subby it is. And well, now it's not connecting over Bluetooth. What the heck? You just did this. I'm gonna disconnect the USB cable entirely and see where we get with that, because this is okay. Now it seems to be staying connected. But anyway, that was like the framework that they were using to explain. Yeah, that's how they decide which one charges off of which, is the more subby of the two. Oh yeah, the teapot. Once a month, yeah, hide your credit card to stop yourself from buying a Flipper Zero. That's real. I'm feeling that way about the Hacker Pager device. Hackerpager.net. It is so pretty. They sold out immediately. They brought some to DEF CON and immediately sold out. These are $200. And also still sold out, and they are so, so pretty. They have UV reactive what is that, acrylic, and also like LEDs all over the thing. It's just gorgeous, and it has a spectrum analyzer and packet capture built in. Anyway, still trying to get this foolish thing to recognize my dang device. Why all of a sudden it's like no one wants to talk to my radio, and I don't know why. I'm gonna try killing it again and see if I can bring it back up.
I'm actually having the same problem with mine.
That's so weird. Like,
I'm just
we're in
restarting it
two
myself.
entirely different states. What's going
Yeah.
on? I might see if I can update the firmware on mine actually and see if that fixes anything. Because
I mean, I was using it this morning, but I just tried to connect to it and it's not working because I connected to a different device and then tried to connect back to this one. It's just not working.
I was literally,
Okay.
doing this earlier on the stream, like talking to the thingy over my phone, and oh yes, the hacker pager does come in a VHS case. What's up? I can't tell perfectly, but I think that's Kevin, who is an excellent person who does the jumperless, which the jumperless 5 is now available, if I'm not mistaken.
Apparently, I've been muted for the past 10 minutes without realizing.
No, I can hear you. I've been hearing you.
Really? Could you cut back to me real
Apologize.
quick? I just there's a Kevin relevant thing happening.
Oh yeah. Solid.
Like
And at
glow in the
some
dark.
point, once we've both got ones on hand, let me be myself again.
Oh yeah.
We gotta talk about Jabba SB5. It's a really cool little thing, and I've got a secret, strange project to do with this, where it's basically it's a breadboard that, as the name implies, instead of using jumper wires, you just tell it what to connect to what. And you've also got this gorgeous stylus thingy, and you can just like run it along these rails, and everything like lights up in these gorgeous kinds of ways. Also I've got a Dymo label with my name on it. And yeah, it's just like incredibly stylized and gorgeous, and like has breadboard of the future.
It should probably be the next show. We've been
It should. Have you got one?
saying it. Yeah. We've been saying it for
I thought we
ages.
were waiting on you to get one.
Oh, we were, but that was like 4 months ago.
I just sort of was continuing
My
along in
bad.
the
Sorry.
derping along as though nothing had changed.
I got a new
Yes.
one for the boards guide, the V5 for the make boards guide, so I have one now.
Hell yeah. So the Hack 5 one, I think, is the pineapple pager, which is a different thing than the hacker pager. Let me pull that up. Here we go. They were also selling these at DEF CON in their little shop and also sold out basically immediately. This is the Goa. They got a yellow one. Ah ha ha, so pretty.
Is that a
Very
simulated
different.
display? That looks
Isn't it
unreal.
pretty? I'm assuming this is just like a bezel piece that goes over it, but like $300.
Ooh.
Which brings to mind the like Kelly shoes thing of like these shoes are $300 fucking dollars. Let's get them. This pager is anyway. So this one is more designed for general purpose. It's like the Wi-Fi pineapple, but in a little tiny device. And I'm sure that it can do various types of packet capture as well. Whereas the
It was
hacker pager
running.
is designed for Meshtastic specifically. What were you saying?
It looked like it was running Windows XP. If you scroll up slightly, what was that?
Yeah,
Oh, that was the theme.
it's a
Windows
theme.
XP theme. Okay, I was like, what's
It
going
won't
on?
let me click on it. Ah. Oh well. There's your email. We're certified. Certified for what? Who can say?
Windows XP.
Now with Copilot and Recall obligatory. Cool. So where the heck was I? I was trying to get this dang app to work. If that doesn't work, I'm just gonna go into soldering. It'll be fine. What in the world?
I
Is it
got
because
my
you went to
app to work by
sleep?
power cycling. I don't know if
Power cycling the device or the
the
phone?
device. Yeah.
Mine keeps supposedly connecting and then just being like, no, I'm not connected anymore. I lied. I don't know what you're talking about. That was 2 minutes ago. Maybe it's because it's going to sleep because it's low battery. Oh yeah, that's what it's doing. So I gotta plug it back in. I'm gonna plug it into a nice high-powered USB source and see what the power level is if I go on the Okay, so it says on its thing that it should have decent power. Here. Actually, you know what? This is gonna work better if I just show you on my face cam, because close up. Oh, wake up, you silly thing. I'm losing my patience. But yeah, so... Oh yeah, I was talking about updating the firmware. It's on medium slow. It got supposedly high battery, no GPS. And there's my little 4-letter ID extension. Channel utilization 0%. Interesting. So anyway, this is no longer plugged into my computer, so hopefully there shouldn't be a serial issue. However, it still keeps turning itself off, which I've dug through the power settings quite comprehensively. In fact, let me show you my Meshtastic page on my website, which is where I was. If you go to alexglow.notion.site and scroll down all the way, Meshtastic notes, da-da-da, my current setup, where there's the specific Heltec device that I have, and then various stuff to try and get onto there and be able to see other people. There's like a map of nodes. Hey! Why? Now it's not letting me right click. Chrome just is being a jerkbag today for some reason. I don't know. What? Now you'll let me right click. What if I right click on a link? Why does everything else work? Everything else works. I'm just gonna click on it. regularly. There we go. Go under.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Oh come on, guys. Let me zoom out some more. I can't. I'm not gonna just scroll over to the U.S. like a couple kilometers at a time. Why is this?
Oh, kilometers mentioned again. There you go.
I know. Yeah, that was just for the play into the crowd. Can I just? There we go.
Hey, there's you.
Yep, that's definitely me. I'm definitely up in Richmond. What's this MQTT bridge or something?
So how's this working? How are they getting this information?
I'm not sure. Also, it doesn't look like anyone's really listed on here right now, so maybe they just aren't. Maybe that's the answer. Ooh, random scrolling, fun. Somebody hacking me. Is that why everything's screwed up? Okay. Bluetooth has decided to not connect again. Come on, dude. Okay. I guess updating the firmware kind of requires it to actually be able to be connected to the computer as well, so there is
Yeah.
a device connected. It's right there! The screen is on, and it just keeps disconnecting. Maybe this might be a device issue. I think this is going to be a device issue because it's happening both with my phone and with the radio. So that's my conclusion. Running the latest alphas for winners. I definitely haven't updated mine in a couple of months. Let's see. So scrolling back in the chat, SD software-defined networking for breadboards. That's the jumperless. So it's possible the online web clients needs one of the newer releases. Yeah. So I'm gonna look up the firmware update process because if I need to hook it up to the web to update the firmware or to my phone to update the firmware, but then like I can't connect because the firmware is old, that'll be a little bit of a fun catch-22. But okay, well, I'll cut back to that later. For now, we're gonna do some cute little soldering with a tiny little hot plate
Cute.
because that's gonna make me feel better.
Now that I connected to my node real quick, I just wanted to show one of my favorite features is you can also use it to, again, this is going to be backwards, I understand, but just imagine backwards America. You can use it to kind of keep track of where you've been. And again, because maybe mine was turned on the airplane, I can kind of see my my travels and stuff like
Oh,
that.
cool.
And also, like, here's me going around all over China and stuff. Again, I understand that the words are backwards, but the one in the south is Shenzhen, and the one
That
in the
actually
north
looks
is
forwards to me now. I
Chongqing.
wonder if it's
It
because
does?
to
What is
me though
happening?
specifically.
Okay.
Who even knows? Oh yeah, you can update using regular ESP32 tools. Of
Oh,
course. Yeah.
yeah.
Good stuff. Theoretically.
Real quick, while I also have the camera, is the Computer Advance actually has this LoRa chat tool
Oh no way!
built in. It's not Meshtastic, but it is using LoRa from using the protocol. If anyone else has a similar device, then you can chat back and forth without having to install anything extra. Ideally on legal frequencies, not this 868 one that I have.
Yeah, and there are a bunch of people who have been building like different types of LoRa chat devices slash systems. We got this LoRa chat thing from last December. Very cute. Oops. Do not close my video window. Thank you. LoRa Mesh Chat, another cute little device. We got LoRa QWERTY Messenger, this fella. From 2020. I think this is before Meshtastic existed, maybe.
Yeah, it's kind of people doing it themselves before Meshtastic became the standard.
And then like a later one, a better one, and an even better one. Got 2021, 2020, 21 again. So cool. Yeah, and recently there was a contest with Seed Studio. Where did it go here? Meshtastic Device Design Challenge on Hackster, which you can find the awards for. These centered around seed devices like the Wii tracker. Oh yeah, there was this cool bike one.
Lowrider.
Isn't it good? It's good. I appreciate Seed Pod Ultimates.
Wait, is that real or is that like some AI generated thing?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. It doesn't. It looks too precise to be
I
AI
know.
generated to
If that's
me.
real, that's
So, but it could just be a render. It looks like a render to me.
still, if it's a render, that's
This is real.
cool.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh. Oh, that's real cute.
That's
I love the
awesome.
little lanyard loop on
You gotta
there.
have a loop, yeah. Oh,
And these little flexure buttons. Oh, look at this guy!
that's looking pretty real.
That looks really real. Haha. Very cool.
Jay posted a link to the Bay Area version of that map, I
Ooh.
believe.
Oh, splendid. Yes, we're talking about Baymesh stuff. Oh, medium fast. I see. I didn't realize they had a map. Splendid. Mostly talking about weather and training. Yeah, good stuff. So let's see. So back on the Baymesh site, which maybe I closed because I'm fool. No, here it is. There's the recommended settings, and then I guess somewhere
Oh yeah,
on here.
metadata at the top.
There we go.
Oh yeah,
Wow, nice. Baymesh
multiple maps.
Explorer. You can find out info about stuff. Very nice. Huh. Wow. Thank you for the tip. That's great. So I've got my little hot plate hooked up. It's green, which means it's not currently hot, and that will give me a minute to figure out how to keep it upright while it is plugged in. There we go.
What is
Sometimes the
your
cables.
surface? What are
Oh,
you on top of there?
this is a piece of spoil board from when I ordered a stencil from Osh Stencils, I think, and it's they shipped the stencil, like a big piece of steel, I think, sandwiched between two of these, which look like they just, are a spoil board that goes under the steel piece when the stencil when they're drilling it out.
That's so
Uh,
fun.
it's cool though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's extremely cool.
It's also not shiny, which is very nice. I'm very over having glare from everywhere all the time during my videos. So let's see. I'm gonna try two different versions of this bad boy. Here is the original, and here is the fancified version. The original just shows the microSD card soldering footprint. Looks like this. This was recommended to me by Nick Poole, actually. So it is very easy to insert and extract the microSD card, and it's quite sturdy as well. It's got a nice little friction fit. Does a great job, and it's also quite compact. So designed around that. It goes like so. A large soldering area in the middle, which is nice. At least I assume it is. Oh, wait, that doesn't look like it has any kind of contact at all, actually. So I designed this, I think, before I received the sockets in the mail. So maybe I don't need a hot plate. Maybe I can just do this by hand. That's exciting. It would make it a lot easier. I prefer to have things solderable by hand. Ha! Yeah, that
Nick
is
says they're
definitely not a big old
surprisingly
solder pad
grippy.
in the middle. What up?
Nick says they're surprisingly grippy.
Oh, yeah. Indeed. And Nick has their own YouTube channel with some cool, weird stuff, including like vacuum fluorescent displays that are custom and whatever, and like stuff around. What else are you doing? Like a oxygen purification rig, something for welding or something. I forget.
Visit Signal Ditch to find out more.
Oh, brain. Yeah, yeah. The charms came in. So excited. This is the pretty one. And anyway, so maybe I'll just do it by hand then. Ha! I'll do it anyway with you know what I'll do? I'll solder one of the LED ones because I gave away my last soldered one, and I'll do that one by hand and do this guy with the hot plate. But that's also assuming that I can actually find all of these things. So we've got a socket for sure. I'm going to test both of these I'll find another socket to do that with.
I feel
And
like
we'll
people.
see if it's an epic fail or a little win. What's up?
I feel like people came to see the hot plate, and you can't let them down now.
Oh
So
yeah, you know?
it was hyped up pretty extensively. So
It's a real fun little device, and I'm actually gonna do an extreme close up here because
whoa.
that's what we're here for.
Feel free to take
Really.
the whole screen. I don't know that my face is adding anything
Oh
to
sure, yeah. Let me know if you need screen time
I will. I'm just watching you right now, though.
at any point. I trust you to advocate for yourself.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. Here we go. Can I get even? I gotta move my whole rig here, but it's worth the like super close up view. Honestly, it's just gonna jack up my face view when I. It's fine. Ho ho ho. Okay, cool. That should be pretty sharp. Even better. Okay. How are we looking? That's pretty good.
Looking sharp.
So sharp. So I'm gonna hit the button to start heating this bad boy up. Oh no, you know what? I'm not gonna do that yet. Or I'll let it heat up, but I'm gonna squirt my solder mask onto here. Where the heck did I put that syringe?
If I can just interject, Jay mentioned it can also be used to heat a single pizza roll.
Ooh, not recommended. I know that you're joking, but just the thought about the toxicity of that.
You could have one dedicated for. You could
You
have
could have
one
one
for.
dedicated. I
Yeah.
actually did end up with 3 of these from running a workshop
See?
for Avnet, but they have all been used because it was a workshop.
Used for
Alas.
pizza rolls or something.
I think you might want to go with the MHP 50 for a pizza roll, honestly, because I feel like 50 millimeters is more generous and capacious for a pizza roll. You know.
We got a directionality update from Paul.
Oh, what does he say?
Forward again.
Oh yeah, I think mine. Thank you so much for the updates, Paul. I think mine is doing okay on the forwards backwards situation. Fortunately, so probably should put a more precise tip on this if I'm gonna. I'm gonna do lazy style. Lazy style. I'm just gonna skludge some. Yes, skludge is now a word. Skludge. Oh, this is a massive amount. This is the problem with trying to do this without a needle syringe tip. Wait, do I have some from the solder mask I just ordered? Where did that go? That's also elsewhere. Okay, I'm gonna run and grab a fine tip for this real quick. I'll put you on screen, David.
Oh,
In case you
good.
want to do anything.
I'm doing some illegal stuff here. I've gone way off piste, and I'm trying to get the. I'm having a look at what the Arduino Nesso N1 looks like. I don't know if this is backwards or forwards, but whichever it is, here's the Arduino Nesso N1. I'm gonna see if I can get that up and running while Alex is soldering, or perhaps while I've got the screen. Will the camera get hot from the? Oh, that's a good question. Hopefully, we don't find out while Alex is gone.
All right, what'd I miss?
Your camera melted on the hot plate, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, it probably will. I will never skludge.
No one's seen the Nesso before because I don't think it's even out yet, is it? It might just come out.
Yeah, I know. For the good of everyone's mental health, I'm going to change the angle on this bad boy and make it look like this. Okay. And we will adjust the focus as necessary. All right, so I think I found a syringe tip for this. Although, I think that last time I found that I hadn't cleaned them out properly at the end of the last workshop because we were running around, and so I may have to do some degunkifying. Let's see, do I have a long, thin object?
So first you skludge and then you degunkify? Is that the correct?
Yeah, I gotta degunkify after you skludge. If you don't do that, like, what are you doing? If I were smarter, I wouldn't have to do either of those things, but so it goes. Wait, maybe this... Oh, I might have found a clean tip. That would be a true pro tip. Ha 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 ha!
Clever.
look who's in business now. I've still got skludge all over the end of my syringe here, so I'm gonna have to wipe that off somewhere. Oh, skludge the sludge. This is what you come here for, right? Okay, cool. And I've got solder paste all over my thumb now. That's, of course, I will be washing my hands thoroughly before I touch any food, of course, so it shouldn't matter that much.
Unless it's a pizza roll that you already used the same.
Unless it's a pizza roll, Pizza rolls they're fine, I think that whatever's in a pizza roll, like, you're already taking your chances enough, so.
So apparently Tyeth has had been playing with an ESO, so maybe it is out. I'm not sure. It says notify me when available on the Arduino site, but maybe that just means they sold out once.
This is way too much solder paste, but I don't care.
Skludge away.
Skludging.
Now, are you refrigerating that?
Life.
Did that come out of your fridge? Or?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Although
The same fridge that had the pizza rolls in it?
Before it was in the fridge, it did sit around for a couple of years. Oh, I'm going to use my fume extractor. Where's the on switch?
You can just dab a pizza roll on there and it'll be fine.
Where's the on switch? The flux is all going to go away and go into my lungs. Is it just this dial here? Oh, it's just this dial here. Yay, cool, awesome. So, I probably should have put the socket down before I did that, but I didn't, so whatever. Oh, have we got, like, heat distribution issues? Looks like it.
Man, it's a good job you didn't put a pizza roll in there, otherwise it'd be hot, cold.
This might be because this was the sludge that was already on there. Oh, this is horrible. Oh, no! I'm just gonna... Oh, why is it heating? It's all like... Okay, it's at 220C. I think if I push this again, it'll get warmer. But I think that might be how I super toasted a previous one of these. Where's the super toasty one? I don't know. There's one that went like 5 shades darker because I forgot it on the on the mini hot plate. Oh, there we go. This is still a mess though. It's a giant mess. The nice thing about this PCB is that it doesn't have to be what am I trying to say? It doesn't actually like communicate at all. It literally is just for mounting the micro SD card. And pay no attention while I melt the tip of this syringe. This is a mess. As you may be able to tell, I don't usually use hot plates for stuff, and I mostly have just done like LED stuff. Why do you? Is it because it's lead free and it's just instantly solidifying because it's hitting me? Why are you back to 220? I think if I push this B button, it'll like heat up to the next level. Am I making that up? No, it still says M1. Maybe okay, M2. Should be going to the second temperature level. This might be a power limitation. No, we're getting up to 225, 226C, 227. Oh, this is such a mess. Please do not follow my example for anything ever. Okay, well that's sort of like happening. It's sort of spreading out more. That's good. Got a giant clump on my socket. I've got tons of each of these though. I've got like 30 of these PCBs and I think around 150 of these sockets because I'm just like, I want to put them in all kinds of cool jewelry and stuff. I don't even want to look at the comments. No, it's okay. The chaos is the point. Oh yeah. The toastiest PCBs I've seen were when I worked a job. One of my first maker jobs was helping put together 300 Super Mario. I'll just show you. It's not plugged in, but maybe I can show you this. No, it's in the middle of horribleness. 300 of these Super Mario question mark block themed lamps for a company called 8-Bit Lit at Tech Shop, and we put those together using a toaster oven, like just like a regular old toaster oven to attach the stuff. And Hoo boy! We got some PCBs that were so toasty that they had delaminated. Basically, the layers started coming apart, as well as like looking super singed. Some of them would still work. We wouldn't send those ones out, but oh, here we go. Basically, like this, except that like the layers started peeling apart at one end, and it was special. Well, okay, so again, this is not actually being used for informational purposes. So as long as it like adheres, I'm actually cool with it. um, so maybe it's fine. I'm gonna take this off of here. It's. I'll show you some more about this little fella. So now that it's heated up, it's doing this little red LED thing. And it's on 250 degrees Celsius. You've got M2 is the second temperature setting. It's got A and B buttons on the back. Why am I doing this with it's hot? Doesn't matter. The A is for like turning it on and like changing the temperature, and B, I'm not sure what B is for, but so once this cools down, it's actually cool enough to touch now, but I don't want to screw up this micro SD. I should have a like sacrificial micro SD card just so that I don't end up messing up something I actually like. Here's a fun thing. Beagleboard.org. I have two of these little lanyard things that hold 8 micro SD cards each with
Oh,
space
that's
to label
great.
them. Aren't they so good? I've had these for years
Yeah.
and years, and they continue to be so useful for things like 3D printing files and QX stuff. Like there's a second one like QX, different things and whatever. So anyway, let's see if this works. We'll find one of these blank ones. I think this 8 gig one is blank. Yeah. We'll see if this goes in. I might have screwed up the spring clips with my
Oh.
janky ass soldering on here, so that's the main concern. Yeah, I think I did. But that's okay. We will do it again. And I think that I'm gonna try. We'll try just like messing around with it a bit more. So now I've got my like Skludgificator 3000. I'm gonna try just putting it around the edges on this bad boy. And oh, you know what I was gonna do as well is I was going to toasty. Actually, that's kind of nice. It's pretty chilly in my apartment. But anyway, I'm gonna try and actually put the thingy on here before I put the entire assembly on the hot plate. So scoot over and we're gonna do this. Put less of the solder paste on here. I'm also going to exclude the bottom part where the fingies are, and maybe that will help make it more better. Again, the little finger spring clip things are along the bottom row here. Unlike regular micro SD card sockets, where you insert it on one side and the little spring clips are on the other side that contact the PCB for information transfer. Both the socket, the card insertion side and the data transfer side are the same. Although, down at the bottom there's no springiness to deal with, so... Oh, I was going to put the component on here before I heated it up this time. And I didn't, but that's fine. Okay. I'm being more careful so I don't get giant clumps of solder that are gonna interfere with anything. Let me drop this on. Definitely should have put this together before. I'm waiting for everything to heat up so that it's... because I just put a big heat sink on here. Still at 250, see? Okay. Had the conveyor on my reflow oven fail in the middle of a job once. I didn't realize it until there was visible smoke. Yeah. I am the pick and place in this case, so there's no distraction from that. Everyone's judging me. That's fine. You can judge me. It's okay. This little guy, yeah. It's such a good device. Okay, cool. We have slipperiness Again, it's sliding around on the thing. One corner of this thing is still seemingly cold. Oh no, it's flexing around when I push on that. Did I place this properly? Let's have a look. It looks okay. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna take that off of there and see if this works any better. And then finally I'm gonna do one. I kind of changed multiple variables on that one. We're using the fancified version with the little Sutro tower on it. And I put less solder paste on and stuff. I'm going to try one more of the regular ones with a little bit of solder paste around all edges. And I'm going to actually put the socket on before I stick it on the hot plate this time. This is glooping everywhere, so I'm going to try and get that off of there. Yeah, so I think I might have tapered off when I was going to say this, but the workshop that I ran was in 2021 when I got these specific tubes of solder paste. So before they went into the fridge, they did kind of sit around for like multiple years, just while I moved and got my everything together. So,
Do they have a
while
date? Do they have a date on them?
do they?
Usually.
Huh. Manufacture date 22/12/05. I thought it was in 21 I ran that workshop, but I guess I designed it in 21 and then ran the workshop in 22. Huh. There's a... I'll just push this off to the side and show you more close. I recently also finally acquired a flux pen, which I'm very excited about. Where did it go? That'll help with some stuff as well, but that's more for regular soldering. Okay, so
It's
this
also
time...
nothing that expires quickly if you don't use it.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess like this is not a super high stakes thing, and as long as it kind of does the job, it's just sort of like fancy glue in this particular situation. So I'll deal with whatever. I did run a workshop actually a couple of weeks ago that used the same tubes of solder paste, and it worked quite well. So that was just for LED blinkies, but they did the job. Is this too wide? I was kind of going off of a schematic that had some confusing elements to it, which I'll show you in a sec, in order to design the footprint in the first place from the data sheet. Ooh! Haha! Dropping stuff everywhere. Watch it do the thing. Oh, it's so nice. And with smaller components, when the solder paste melts, it will pull the component into place. But in this case, I think I need to give it a little jog. The tweezers. Well, maybe it's fine. Jog. There we go. And we have what looks like pretty good situation. Let's add a little more over here. I honestly love everything about this process. It just, even these little touch-ups where I'm like adding more, I probably don't need to do this, but it's just so cool. And I should be using tweezers to do this. Haha. We've got a comment here that I'll pull on screen in a second. Nick says, I pray at the altar of a Loctite GC10. It's incredibly temperature stable. I never refrigerate it. I just write the date on the lid, and after a while it graduates from professional to personal projects. Schmort. You have to buy a half kilo tub at a time? This has to be flux, right? Let us know. There is, for what it's worth, there is, I think, a new chip quick that is more temperature stable. And I should be holding this further from the hot plate, just for good practice, but I'm not, so whatever. Lol. I think it still needs a little bit of a nudge. There we go. Nudge. There's probably plenty on there. I'm just kind of having fun at this point because it's so fun to see it go. Oh, could I use a little extra over here? Don't mind if I do. This is what you get in December. Oh no, the tip of the thing is. I definitely shouldn't be. I should be using the metal tip that has definitely melted a little bit. Hey, but that's why it's disposable.
I thought you were melting it on purpose to restrict the flow.
Yes, of course I was. You are so correct. Oh no, a tub of solder paste. Do you like put it into the syringes yourself, or do you just like spackle it on with like a paint knife or something? Like, what are you doing? Spackle is such a good word. Or desludgifying and whatever the other thing was I said, and spackling over here. Okay, let's see. Oh, foolishness. That was my own fault. Okay.
Skludge was the other thing.
Skludging and desludgifying or whatever I said, and it goes in there. This is a little too. No, actually, that's quite good. That works really
Nice.
well.
Nick points out that given how heavy this stuff is, it's actually half a jar of peanut butter, even though half a kilo sounds huge. It's
I know,
actually
but still, like, I'm just confused about the form factor. Like, when you're applying it, like, how do you?
I mean, you can definitely spread onto a stencil with a
I guess, yeah.
putty knife type thing.
Putty knife. That's the word I was looking for. Okay, I'm just gonna do this one more time. See, I'm the opposite. I do enjoy a stencil, but I enjoy the little squirty squirt a little more for some reason. Stencils are very nice. I think it's just like, it feels like more. I gotta get my shit together more in order to do stencils. I have to like, have the little stencil, and I have to have the solder paste, and then I have to like, clean up the solder paste off of the stencil at the end. And so for me, it's like, I'd rather just do a little squirty squirt wherever, and you know. Also, wow. Oh, did you have? Are you talking about like maybe a push one or a hinged one? Maybe. I originally bought push ones, and like I was saying, I got put onto these ones from Nick from when he was working at Spark Fun, and they used them in a couple of things. So here is this guy. It works so nicely. And here is the push one I originally got. I always loved these and was like, I'll never use another type of micro SD card socket because they're just so satisfying. But both Nick and I have experienced issues with like fragility. So I don't even remember what I did. I did some kind of thing and it got mad and like stopped gripping the micro SD card at all. Very satisfying though. Pushy ones that cover 80% of the card area. So I'm going to turn off my little fume extractor now. And come back on screen. Oh, you know what? If I get around to it, maybe I'll find my components for the LED boards. And I now also have to look around the fume extractor. So, and hand solder those maybe if we get around to it. But so the solder paste also comes in a 0.5 kilogram machine syringe cartridges for automated application. I bet you can get a tool for actuating those by hand. Cool. When I moved my entire camera setup down, now I can see myself over the thingy.
I feel like you're taller.
I am taller. Totally different footprint. I think that push you on you. Yeah, these. I've been getting all these from New York just out of habit. I've been building over time a like list of maker-friendly components that I found on Newark, including my favorite little blue LEDs from Worth Electronic. They'll like are nice and super bright. And so just to have everything in one place, I got both of these off of Newark. And when I publish it, it will have links to those. What you got there, David?
I was just trying to figure out if I had enough USB length for this.
Ooh.
Just so the Nesso is alive and maybe too bright to see.
Yeah, there's some glare.
What you could read if it was backwards, or perhaps it says drag to reveal. And if you drag, it does this really cute little animation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a little touchscreen, obviously. Now, if we open that up, it does a little
What if you pull it
Arduino
away
jet.
from the... Oh, no, we can see that now. Yay,
ESP
ESP32C6,
32C6,
LoRa,
such LCD.
etc. Ha!
And
Cool!
the other thing I wanted to show about, oh, there's the little animation.
Ooh.
So obviously the Nesso line is all about like having a pretty display and stuff. But I was like, oh, there's no antenna in the box. What's happening? I'm looking in the box, no antenna, no antenna, no antenna, and then I'm kind of playing around with it. I'm like,
Did you
what's
open it
this?
up?
What's this?
Oh.
What's this right here? Oh,
Oh,
wait, what? What is
no
this? Oh,
way!
oh.
Oh,
The
it's
antenna
so
actually lives
good!
inside the
Oh
device.
my god!
Uh-huh.
Oh no, that's too good.
I didn't forget
Oh
the antenna. I just
no, that's
didn't
really
notice it.
good. That oh no is the sound of me. Oh, interesting. It seems to have like glitched out the screen in a specific way.
Ooh.
Either it's synced up with your camera in a specific way,
Oh, this?
or
No,
it's
no,
just
no.
like
It's just you
stuck.
have to like it's like a scratch. It's like a scratch card kind of thing. Like
Oh,
you have to
huh.
reveal it. Yeah.
That's really fun. Yeah, the oh no is me mourning my wallet at some point.
Oh yeah. I think it's about $50.
Mm.
Very cool.
So apparently, one of these sockets has little registration pins at the bottom, very helpful for crappy drag soldering. I don't see that on my guy, but maybe I'm just not seeing it. I did realize that my soldering setup, which includes mainly an iFixit fix hub,
Mm-hmm.
is that what these little... No, that's not a pin. We love a component with registration pins. So, my iFixit Fix Hub thing that I use for most hand soldering, because I can charge it every now and then have fewer cables around in general, as well as toss it in a carry-on for air travel. It's got two USB-C outs, and I realized that the pine sill that I rarely use, I do have some different types of tips for this. So I can have the nice, like, is this a regular or fine tip on here? It's a regular tip, like maybe semi-chunky. But then like I could use the pine sill for like swappable tips. And the pine sill tips are more cross-compatible with different things, which is cool. So you can get the tips from more different sources. So maybe I'll use that for like a drag soldering tip, like a chisel tip or something, or maybe an extra fine tip if I need one sometimes because it's more swappable. So that's very exciting to me. Turns out that the power source that I use to charge that thing also, which is also my like laptop plug-in power source when I need that over here, also will power this M3 or MHP30 tiny hot plate just fine. So it's very exciting. Now all of my stuff with high power can use the same power source, which is just great.
Apparently,
Yeah.
Chloe said my camera's normal now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
No.
noticed that too. It's been fixed for like at least I think a half hour. Last time you were showing something too, it was
Well, I
also
mean, I
like
changed the setting
there.
like an hour and a half ago, so apparently it took an hour to kick in. That's really
I
what?
don't know. I couldn't say when it was because
Oh, maybe it was like it didn't happen until you kind of flipped away from me and flipped back or something. I don't know.
who can say? Yeah, we were just talking about the weird like dynamics of USB-C charging and how like I learned this from the Meshtastic info posts that like yeah, if you're having trouble with it, a USB-C thing charging, just use an A to C cable. So one and or both of these seem to work. The thing that excited me most is it was the that my stupid fancy one works for the micro SD card, so that's very exciting. Ah, it worked. It do the thing. So now I can carry like a copy of my passport and whatever. Uh, I'll have to wash these off so I don't continue to get like flux and solder paste residue on various things. It is lead free. I always use it lead free, but interesting. So it seems a little fiddly. The one that I did, the like special fancy one, worked fine. Is this the first one I did actually? Maybe that's why the problem is. No, this is the first one, and that's terrible. So two of them suck, and those are both the original crappy prototype. Interesting. And then, but then the postage stamp one works just great. Ha 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 ha. So this is good because I want to make these in more different designs. Very cool. Yeah. I think it has to do with like. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it has to do with like there need to be specific resistors on the device.
I'm
I
guessing.
think that tell it that
Chlo-
it's that tell the power charging system that it's like the subby one or whatever.
I'm guessing Chloe will correct us because I know she's been working on the power top and
Yes.
other power distribution stuff, and probably knows specifically what the answer is there. There we go, power top on demand.
Mm-hmm. Very cool little thingy. If you go to vdbx.io, aka Voidbox, I don't think this is up on there just yet, but it will be in the future. Really compact and convenient way to power your shit off of USB 18650 batteries. I'm
Nice.
extra sweary today. I'm not sure why. I usually try to be a little tone it down on the streams. Sorry. Yeah. I see. So it's on both on the connectors being shitty and also maybe not putting the resistors on. Evil. Ugh, that's no good. I'm gonna run off and you know what? Actually, I'm not going to wash my hands right now because I'm gonna do some more soldering. So I'm gonna try hand soldering one of these data chips as well as I am gonna run off and grab the components for this LED thingy. But if you wanna, oh no, if you wanna take the reins and dork out about anything in particular, I'll be RB. I'm gonna
I'll
put this
take
a
the
little
reins, but
higher.
I don't have anything particularly lined up with which to reign.
That's cool.
Oh, I do. I've got another thing to show
Yay!
off here. Oh, this is so germane to what we were talking about. I didn't know if I get a chance to show this off, but this is another crowd supply project happening,
Ooh.
and it's called Game Bub, and it is a Game Boy emulator type device, which I'm powering on. Hopefully, it's still got battery. Complete hardware emulation FPGA. Oh, hang on a second. I just want to interrupt this broadcast for an urgent Meshtastic message. Apparently, this getting dark at 5 o'clock. Ugh. So as discussed, the Meshtastic local chatter is mostly about weather and daylight savings time and all the kind of things that we said it was.
It'd be
um,
really cute if someone made like a bot that sent out like NASA robot messages. It makes me think so much of the like it's getting dark and my battery is low. Okay, I actually am gonna go do the thing now. Ah,
okay.
oops. Here we
Oh,
go.
so yeah, Game Bub, FPGA, Game Boy, completely open source. You can see I've got the Golden Sun cartridge in there, and you can even read it the right way around, probably. So let's give it a go. So it runs Game Boy Advanced and prior. There's that lovely Game Boy boot sound. And it's got audio and video, and everything's looking pretty excellent on there. I haven't run into any problems except for with some sort of weird cartridges, not standard cartridges. And then you can obviously interrupt and say power off or reboot or close, which I'm going to do because I want to go back to the main menu. And in addition to cartridges, you can also load ROMs. And so here are some completely legal and non IP violating ROMs, open source games and things like that. This is a particularly fun one about a dog in space called Good Boy something or other. I think it's going to come up in a second. Maybe I should turn the ring light off. Let's see if we can get that. Oh, there we go. Good Boy Galaxy. This is a really fun indie game about a dog. And the other one I wanted to show was, if you go back to the main menu, load ROM. A lot of people are probably familiar with Celeste. Can't get it to focus. It's just reflecting too much. But anyway, this is on Crowd Supply right now. I'm sure Alex will queue up the tab in a second. And I don't have it with me, but there's also a dock that lets you plug it into your TV. So you can have HDMI out, and you can output your Celeste to your big TV. I think I hear. Oh, and it's also got the Game Link port, so you can play multiplayer Tetris and things like that. And this case is not the final case. This is a prototype case, so don't judge it based on that. But there's the Game Bub.
What was that connector you just showed on the bottom?
That's the game link for original DMG Game Boys. You
Huh.
could play like 2-player or up to 4-player. I think maybe on Game Boy something or other. It lets you connect to other devices as well, like in chiptune, like LSDJ will let you use this to connect to MIDI devices and stuff like that.
Oh
Oh, and you can
yeah.
rip the cartridge and run it in an emulator. It's actually running off the cart. Yeah, no, it's running off the cart. Obviously, you can dump the ROM and run the ROM, but this is really running on the cart. Yeah.
Huh. More talks about USB-C charging stuff. Da-da-da-da. Too many cute game playing machines.
And
You
I have
know,
all of them. I have a real problem in that department.
I have a couple of faves which I've been um, bringing around with me for a couple of years. I always pack my Thumby and my Ardu Boy because they're both very tiny and
Ooh,
fit in a
and speaking of
carry-on.
that, another tangent we could go on is there's the new Artie Boy coming. But yeah, I
Oh.
just want to show there is the cartridge backup, so you can create a backup of your cartridge and have a backup. There's a legal backup of the cartridge that you own, of course.
Solid. Um, I also got hold of a Steam Deck a couple of months ago and
Oh,
have been playing Sable, which is a gorgeous game, and just recently started playing Fallout New Vegas. What's the price on is this the Game Bub?
Alex
I'm
has
think
the
there's.
tab.
I do
Okay,
have the tab. I have pulled it up. Let's have a look.
let's tab it up.
269. You can view purchasing options. Fully assembled, 269. You can get a dock for $65. And a really fun picture of Eli Lipsitz on there. Comparisons versus other things. If you ever wanted to see more ridiculous devices, okay, let's just open them all because I'm like that. Sorry, not sorry. Ooh.
That's kind of the premium one, the Analog Pocket. I have that. Isn't Mod Retro the Palma Lucky one? I don't think we want to promote that.
Oh yeah, no.
I think it is.
So, oh, FPGA and an MCU. That's cool. Neato. Limitless expansion potential. Cartridge multi-tool. Cool. That's what you were just talking about with the backup and restore. Game on the big screen with the dock. Lovely. Fully open and hackable. Splendid. Let's see. I'll drop this into Yawn Google Doc. Okay. Here's the other. I'll pull up this contest so people can scroll through there if they want. See the winners. And I was going to. Oh, they're not selling that LoRa mesh thing anymore. So here is my Alex's Meshtastic notes, out of date. Okay, cool. Keep seeing ads for the Chromium. Is that one any good? Maybe you have an opinion there.
Is that the Chromatic, perhaps?
Maybe so. Go back to this comparison page. Oh, the Mod Retro one?
Again,
So.
personally, I'm going to say please boycott Mod Retro because that's
Palmer Lucky, not
Palmer
fun.
Lucky, who is not a very cool guy.
Super militarized, etc. Kind of freaky stuff. Let's see. There's something else. Oh, alas. Man, running a hardware business seems incredibly complex to me, and I will not pretend to know everything that goes into decisions like that. But anyway, we got I have my components for this LED PCB. Big chonky surface mount switches. They have these little nubbins I was talking about where I usually don't design my PCBs with those holes in them just because I'm lazy, so I clip them off with my side cutters. And that's what I'm gonna do today. And then I have, I recently somewhat organized my kit for these Avnet guitar picks, PCBs slash earrings that I designed back in 2021, which is that kit I was talking about that I ran the workshop for with this ancient solder. Pardon me. But, so I've got a bunch of components already grabbed, including this little CR1225 battery clip, surface mount. All of these are surface mount, actually. And then I put in this little case these are compostable bags. I forget where they're from, but they're little tiny bags you can put the kits in. And then like a bunch of these little card inserts for the kits. Where'd all the other bits are in here too, I guess. Haha. Clever. Oh, because I didn't want the cards to get squished, and I wanted to put other stuff in there so they wouldn't like bump around too much. So this is like my previous solution for a bunch of tiny components, but as I said, I think I'll leave some in this kit just because that way I can easily put together the kits in the little bags and stuff. But I'm going to grab my shiny new Walgreens pill container slash small electronics organizer, and I'm going to stick some of these LEDs into here for easy access in the future so I don't have to do what I just did and run and dig out a whole ass kit. So I'm putting a few of those in for the future. It feels very like putting a few like eyes of newt in the potion or something. Let's see, we got these smaller micro SMD switches, which I'm not going to use for this, but will be useful in the future. Picking a random color for the switch container. A dash of tiny surface mount switches. I'll put the big ones in there too. I probably should have labeled those LEDs. I'll just do that later. Oh, you know what? This is already in the kit, so I'll just stick the tape label from the LEDs onto the container, wherever it went. Here we go. Worth blue LEDs. Ooh, tiny bags. Michael's Crafts has so many sizes of tiny zipper bags that are great for components. Wonderful. I am sticking examples of each into this wonderful Walgreens pill container that I found, where it's like 7 days worth, and then each day has 3 compartments. But it's so good with the flexi lids and the fact that like components aren't going to spill all over from one compartment to the next. Just delightful. So I'll put some. Oh, don't fall. Classic. Where did that big reel of larger SMD switches go? So I'm gonna fill this in with these. Just dump out a bunch into my hand because they don't need to be in. Oh, you know what? Yeah, actually, if I'm just putting them in the capsule, then I don't need to have them in the cut tape format. So this will be my switch container. Haha! Look at those bad boys. Anyway. Yes, I get overly excited about things. It's fine. Wait, blue. These should be the green ones. I mislabeled that anyway. This kit uses green LEDs. So that's what I would have packed in there. And then 100 ohm resistors to go with the green. Yeah, these definitely look like a little suspicious, but that's fine.
Usually you have to order them by like the thousands as well, so I'm always worried when I order 1,000 little tiny bags like this, I'm gonna get on some kind of list.
Oh yeah, I just pick them up at the Walgreens when I go there for other stuff, so which is why I was browsing around and was so excited to find that this container. I guess the resistors are going to be pink. What else? Battery clip. I've got all the components. Okay, battery clip, switch, resistor, LED. And I will label this with the 100 ohm. In the future, I'll fill up these little tubs just by pulling them off the reel without the little without cutting them apart, because that's silly, because then you have to use tweezers to get the little plastic film off of it, and it's not convenient on either end. But these are very good for, this way I can instantly put together a kit for somebody. Oh, it's been wonderful having you, Vault the Robots. Keep on steady crafting. Hell yeah. Jewelry making department. That kind of makes sense, jewelry findings. My friend my friend Ching Ching just gave me another organizer thing, because I was blabbing about this organizer the other day as well on my Tuesday update blog stream. And so we hung out yesterday, and Ching Ching gave me this like other one that is apparently designed for diamond painting crafts, where people like do the sticky stick and you put it on a piece of paper. Yeah, tight. Anyway, these are open up. Wonderful little containers. And I was trying to explain to her the sort of generic ones I got into. So these are A, super cute, self-contained, and B, you can squeeze it on the side and it opens up. But they're also pretty secure. Boop. So good. So they sell those for diamond painters, I guess. Is it cracking? No, it's just a manufacturing thing. And they've got little labels it comes with. Thank you, Ching Ching.
And where did this come from?
I think Amazon, she said. Yeah, sold for like diamond painter people. But yeah. I'm gonna go grab the other type that I was trying to explain the other day.
No, I don't have more things to show off.
Well, these are literally just like tiny containers. You probably have some of these too. One sec.
Okay. Let's send some Meshtastic messages while Alex is gone. Oh, new message. Oh, no, it's still this getting dark at 5 o'clock guy. Let's reply. Okay. No.
I just got why you said that, but fortunately this was a quick detour.
Okay.
So I was trying to explain to her these ones that I got in China that are sort of this generic, actually designed for hardware, I think, one where they like
attach to each other?
They attach to each other.
Awesome.
And they're kind of great in that way. I did a really shitty diagram of like how they attach, and then like you can open them up like this, boop, and it like spring loads open. However, if you they're not of a good size to get your fingies in there, and kind of like stuff can get stuck in the corners. But if you want to do this, you gotta like turn the whole thing upside down, and it's kind of like a pain in the butt. So really cute, and they like do the job well for storage, but like not the most practical when it comes down to it. But it is cool how they like all snap together, so you can reconfigure. Oh wow, tiny cubes. I'm curious whether this was about the jamming a switchblade into a bag of resistors, or if it was about like what else.
I'm sure Nick can create this video for us.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, apparently SparkFun used to sell these. Yeah, they're cool, but not my fave. Back on the subject of cool pill containers I found at Walgreens, this one, I think probably there's a problem in that I forgot which side was up, so that would definitely be an issue. But it's like a very elegant one.
It looks like you're about to unsheath a katana or something.
Oh, you're so right! I could totally print like a handle for this thing and put some ribbon around it. You like do that and put it back real quick, and then all of a sudden your circuit is populated. Marvelous. Magnificent. So what was I doing? I was going to put together a circuit. I was going to hand solder some stuff. So let's put this tiny little hot plate away. It takes a while to cool down, but that's good now. Definitely jamming my fingers onto it is the best way to test. Directly onto it. It's been unplugged for a while. I do try to do the like back of the hand above the thing. It's got a little silicone cover for it. I just want to show you again because I don't know why it does this, but it does come apart like this for some reason.
Can you switch a 50mm top on or something, maybe?
That's a good question. I don't know. It does say MHP 30 on the bottom, and I wonder if it has like specific power for that size. But also, I think this came out before the MHP 50 existed. I definitely bought them before. Like, I only recently heard about the 50, and I've had this, for years and years. So I don't know.
This is so you can have one dedicated plate for pizza rolls and one for.
Yes, of course. Of course, that is why. Yes, it was indeed about. So we have an official video request, Nick. If you feel like obliging this, feel free to use that idea. They also seem to exclusively come in those ugly colors that connectors are made from. Yeah, pink has never been my favorite, but I actually kind of like this better than regular pink. I think because it's a little bit desaturated, and it's like very obviously techie. It's like one of the few pink things that I own. It's just never really been my color. Yeah, I mean, that is exactly what I do every time I'm there. I have so many different, like, I've also got some of the little flippy top ones that I use for, like, storing mask charms in, like, the little magnetic, like, hex nut style, oh, this one came from a jewelry place, but, like, same kind of concept, this fella. Put earring findings in that, you can't see shit there. Yeah, this kind of bad boy, but for, like, with days of the week printed on it. I'm pretty sure this has 7 compartments. I'm pretty sure this is just a pill organizer that the gem company like gave me for jewelry findings. Anyway, oh, and I actually even have some batteries. Yay! That's good. So let's not just spread stuff haphazardly everywhere. How about that? That is an incredibly aspirational goal. But, we'll get there. In the meantime, I'll just keep testing 80 different organization systems and never settle on one, but that's fine. Yeah. I usually just hack these open with scissors because there's no other way. Just cut off half of the bubble there. Okay, so let's pull up my camera. Yes. It reminds me of how there is a city in Chile called Valparaiso that's right on the shore. It's like a port town, and the buildings there are painted in these brilliant, incredible colors. Like right next to each other, you'll have like lime green and like banana yellow and like deep azure and like all these other stuff. And someone told me that that's because they're using, at least in the past, they used like leftover paint from ships to paint the houses. But the result was that you got these just like incredibly vibrant house colors everywhere. So let's see. I'm getting hungry, man. So hand soldering, and then I think I'll be good for the day. But I'm gonna do both my little socket here, see if that works, and also one of these little blinky guys because I gave away my example one, and again, I have these switches with little nubbins on them that I'm just gonna hack off with my side cutters. There we go. Nubbins. Because otherwise they will not sit flat on the PCB to solder them because I did not put the holes in. Okay. So, turn on the iron. Grab my solder thingies. And OmniFixer. Fill it here. And do my desktop camera.
Again, feel free to exclude my irrelevant head.
Oh, sure. Whoops, wrong thing. There we go. Oh no! Don't make me personify things! I already do that too much, friend. That is a problem that I have. Oh no. I'll personify I name my bicycles, I like think of plants as people, and it causes trauma when I'm like not treating them well enough, and it's a real bad friend. I don't need this in my life. Ah. Okay. If we're done destroying my mindset and mental health, so we got switch, LED, resistor, and battery clip. Oh, come on, show them. There we go. Battery clip. Get these out of here. I usually use tweezers on the smaller ones to get the plastic film off. We will not be leaving the film on. I do not do that for any device, but especially obviously when we are.
You may have noticed that many of my Meshtastic devices have the film on, and this Nesso is definitely going to keep the film on.
You may have noticed that none of my devices have the film on, and that's how it should be.
That's a very... I'm not sure you should be prescribing other people's film usage, but okay.
Okay, fair. I will not prescribe yours. You don't prescribe mine. It'll be fine. For these, I would love to see you solder onto stuff without removing the film, though. I have a hell of a lot of trouble like soldering stuff to the screen of my Meshtastic device. I'll tell you if I don't take the film off. What was I playing around with recently? Oh, another fun thing I've been doing recently is I got a new tiny keychain digital camera from AliExpress because I want to. I've been using an ancient digital camera that I modified in like maybe 14 years ago to take infrared photos, and I've got a whole thread of them from last year. So I take photos of neon in infrared, but sadly, this one I put too big of a memory card in it, aka like more than a gigabyte, and now it no longer recognizes anything. And if I try to make it format, it fails. But so now I've not only killed the brain of it and it won't record anything, but I also managed to shift around the little bits of photo negative that were blocking the visible light out on that thing, so I gotta redo it. So now I have a tiny, this little guy,
Oh, yeah.
which does still have the film on. It came with a horrible tiny piezo that would play a little tune every time it turned on, which is cute, but it gets irritating after a while. This is the one. And so I cut that out, but I have yet to do the infrared mod on it. If you look at it real close here, you can see that what I think is the infrared blocking filter on the front here seems to be just glued down to the plastic, and it also seems to be made of glass. The original one I did this on, the IR filter, I think was just made of plastic. Either that or it wasn't glued on, it was like actually a separate layer. And so this one I've just been chipping away at, and then I was like, okay, I gotta like grab some acetone or something and try to just, solvent that off of there, because otherwise I'm just gonna keep chipping it. And it was really cheap, but like, yeah, I didn't want to get the IR filter off of there so it will take in infrared light and add a couple layers of exposed photo negative so that it blocks out visible light, and then it'll just be like a cute little infrared camera. And I love taking photos of neon through that. I took it to Vegas last year for CES, and it was just an awesome time. Too many gigabytes, yeah. Too many gigabytes. Breaking forever. So back to the soldering. Tangent to clock is over. For now.
That should have been the name of the show.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got Hack a Clock, which is like a just sort of unscheduled, whenever it's like I decide to be working on something and feel like streaming. It's just like spontaneous Hack a Clock. Okay, let's get this show on the road. So do a little tin. Ha! I usually just tin one side. I'm doing this pretty far away from my face, so it's gonna take a second too. Maybe a little rough. Looks good. We got the LED up there, we got the resistor down here, we got the switch over here. I'll put a little more on there. Uh-oh, what happened?
Just a collapsed, just some Meshtastic devices dominoing
Whee!
down on each other. Um,
As you do.
yeah.
I
Did you
should have put
know,
this.
fun fact, speaking of Tintin, that Tintinabulation is the sound that jingle bells is a way to describe the jingling of bells?
That makes sense. It's from a poem. Uh, is it Robert Frost or who is it by? Like describing church bells, I believe. I'll pull it up at some point.
Just in case we haven't got enough tangents happening.
Oh yeah, thank you for supplying the tangent quota because I was sort of slacking. I should have tinned the right side of these so that I would actually be able to do it properly with my right hand, and I did not do that. And I'm also reaching around the camera, and it's just a mess. But whatever. I'm gonna try and do this from the far side because oh my goodness, I'm like doing this at almost the full extent of my arms, because of cameras. Oh my god, go back on there. Get on there. Close enough. Wait, no. Almost close enough. Close enough. The whole point of these is that they will be aesthetically pleasing, but whatever. Maybe it's only like they only gotta look like gorgeous little chits of something until they get soldered and then all bets are off or something. I don't know. There we go. Okay, and then again I tinned this on a very silly side as a right-hander. And let's double check the polarity on this bad boy. It's got an arrow on the back showing which end is ground. I think I need to flip around, yeah. And it also has a teeny tiny little dot on the top. These are, I accidentally bought reverse mount LEDs when I got these for the kits. But it doesn't really matter, fortunately. It just means that they have this little shape on the top where it's designed to project into a hole in the PCB. It's fine though. Get a little more thermal contact on there. As always, I used 1206 components so that I can solder them by hand as well as on a little hot plate. Just keeps it easy. Put a little too much on there, but that's fine. Only going for functionality here. And put a little switch on. Oh, I need to get a little more back on my iron tip. No, that's fine. Actually, this is easiest if I grip it by the switch. What are we talking about in the comments where something glimpsed the
Oh, I
infinite
think
void?
that's the largesse of the SD card.
Oh,
as
yeah,
the
that's right.
camera realized the potential of the universe and killed itself.
Yeah, that thing was from like 2006 or something. And
No, I think it was 2001: A Space Odyssey is what. Oh,
no, I mean the camera, but yeah, I
no,
agree.
I thought you meant the ending of the movie. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
yeah. It had an eldritch horror experience. Get in there so we can see. Yes, there we go. Sorry for banging the camera around with my hand. I brought it in for the extreme close-up on the solder paste melting, and now that I'm doing this stuff with my hands in the middle, it's kind of a big thing.
I hesitate to read this out loud, but Kevin maliciously comments, "If you're ever mailing stuff to David, remember to move the film first." Like, my device is my choice. I think that I
Evil.
get to make that call myself.
And even if not, like, isn't that a big part of the thrill of doing
Yeah,
it yourself, you know?
it's part of the
Well, this is a
unboxing.
giant mess, but... And what?
And by the way, the jumperless broadcast will be delayed by several months, as it turns out.
Lol. I'm on board for spite-based scheduling.
Oh, I'm gonna make a new
Staff,
level
spite
called
as a
Filmless.
service. What?
I'm gonna make a new breadboard called Filmless that has no film on it. That was Nick's idea. I just stole it.
Excellent. Oh yes, just bought one of those. Oh yeah, I do love an OmniFixo. Also for people who use PineSill, there's a cool 3D printable case that has the OmniFixo mounted as like a slide top on it. Very cool.
Thank you, Maker Block. Someone's got my back.
I mean, why stop there? Why not put extra film on? Like, yo, dog it. Just put film on everything. Like, where it's supposed to be, where it's not supposed to be. Yeah. Are you a real film aficionado if you don't put extra on?
Yeah. There we go. You just have a tear off. Every time you use this screen, you just have a tear off.
Yeah, like Post-its. I didn't realize that race car windshields were like that. That's so cool.
Some of them are. Some of them, like Formula One, obviously don't have a windshield, so the visors themselves have tear-offs. So a lot of times you'll see when they're in the pit or when they're just getting sick of having a bunch of gunk on their face, they tear off a strip off the visor, and that's how they clean it.
Whoa, cool. Is this properly?
Which is not what I'm going to do for all my devices.
Nerve-wracking. I'm like looking between the screen and my full extension arm soldering. This is, some might say that it would make sense to set up my studio so that I don't have to solder a full arm extension, but those people, I say, why would you bring this into my life? Logic and rationality and reason. Also, I usually put a little thin layer of solder on the center contact, which I forgot to do. But I think it'll be fine. I think these batteries clips like hold tightly enough that it shouldn't be an issue. However, since I did this in a hashtag aesthetic sort of way, the contact for the LED is not like fully, it's not a whole little, there could be more contact there. So hopefully there won't be an issue, but we shall see. We shall find out now. My new version of Charmware, by the way, no longer has giant copper pores that suck down the heat when you're trying to solder it to it and then burn your fingies when you forget that you just soldered to it. So this was one of the first PCBs I ever designed. Anyway, yeah. So inspired by the fact that I'm picking this up and touching it just mere moments after soldering. Okay, here's the moment of truth. Hey, cool. So it's designed to like basically be embedded in some jewelry and have like something over the front of it, and then this shines like a cool little backlighting on your hand, or not your hand, on your like your
head,
face/neck or wherever you put it. If you wear it as an earring, there's like this kind of a thingy. I love that effect. So cyberpunk. And then you could wear it as a necklace or something. It's cool like underlighting effect. I think it looks really cool, and I think that it like enhances. It almost works as a kind of like cyberpunk makeup, in my opinion, where it just like creates these cool areas of like highlight and contour, and like which is stuff that I don't know how to do with like actual makeup, but it just like gives you this cool glow, and I like that. Anyway, so that's yay, it works. Now I have another example board that I can tell people what the heck I'm doing, and my little board works with the micro SD stuff. I'm so excited, which is good because I gave a bunch of people these, and it's good to know that they will actually work. All right, so that's what I've got from today. I had some issues. I'm going to be trying to fix my Meshtastic Heltec V3 device and get it to talk to my computer/phone again so I can do stuff. And if that fails again, then I guess I'll use the ESP tool situation to update the firmware from the command line. And what about you? How did you end up?
I was going to start jumping into maybe some Nesso hacking, or I can also not. Either way, kind of running out of things to explore.
I'm noticing that personally, I am experiencing hunger.
Yes, you mentioned.
And usually we go for like 3+ hours, but today, unfortunately, I'm not sure that I'm up to it. I had a big nightmare, and as a result, did not have as much sleep as usual either.
A literal nightmare.
Yes, a nightmare.
Oh no.
It's okay though. I like uh gave him some punches. I ended up like scratching somebody's face in the dream and being like, "Get out of here!" And,
Oh,
like, you know,
new Meshtastic message. Hello.
sounds like time for a perfectly warmed pizza roll. Hey, another Meshtastic. I would like to, maybe I'll grab a snack. If you want to get into the Nesso stuff, yeah, I'm gonna grab a snack, and
Can I grab a snack also?
and we can keep going. Like, I do feel like we said it was gonna be Meshtastic stream, and I haven't really done any Meshtastic because of my thing freaking out. But maybe I can do some other SDR stuff, or just like radio stuff with the ham radio here. I've still never hooked up the radio thing from CC Camp, so maybe I'll do that. Okay,
Okay.
okay, I'm back in. I'm back in it.
All
Tag me
right.
back in, Coach. I'm ripping a layer of film off of my brain, and
Yeah.
we're gonna go back in. Okay, I'm washing my hands again and grab a quick snack. Do you want to go first? Cause
Do I
I
want to
might
grab a
be.
snack first?
Yeah,
Sure. If you got stuff to
I'll
cover.
hold it down.
Okay.
You've held it down
Okay.
multiple times today,
All right. I'll
so
go grab a snack.
I'm gonna have a quick look into the radio
Enjoy more jumperless
documentation.
t-shirt. As
Yeah.
well. Now this is the part where I trip over that thing that I said I was gonna trip over.
Oh yeah, I'm glad that that happened. That was the sort of like Chekhov's ring light situation we had going on. Yes, a rare streamer second wind. It does, I often find so one thing that I've been doing this year as I like get out of burnout is feeding myself dopamine bombs, which is the way that I describe basically just like should I get a chortle? Anyway, it's just like so fixing my KiCad setup was one thing here where it's like I am after like being really discouraged about my ability to like do bandwidth on anything, um it's like I'm re-empowering myself to do the things that I love and also just like finishing projects and finishing stuff like making that um like getting Archie back up to functional order again. And so you know in the very short term sometimes it eats up a bunch of energy, but then it like sort of gets me to the next echelon of recovery by just like giving me a big sort of mental health boost and making me be excited about electronics again and stuff. So, uh, anyway, here we have this radio badge from CC Camp 2015. It's got this little joystick guy that's got DECT, which is like a phone system that they sometimes set up a whole phone network at the camp. And GSM, I guess cellular, Iridium satellite stuff, GPS for location, ADSB, Tetra, and Dark. I'm not sure what those are, but we're gonna find out. Reward brain for work good, yes, and inspire more good work good. Uh, so we got a Xilinx chip on here. I wonder if that's an FPGA or what. We've got. So let's just pull up the docs. There is a headphone jack out. This along the top, fake antenna thing is actually a spot to mount some RGB LEDs, I think. Um, I'm not sure what these little zones are for. They look like you're supposed to be able to solder, caps over them to protect from like RF shielding or for whatever. This over here, I don't know if that's like for to attach a large antenna, maybe, because it's got stuff on both sides, and it looks like a little PCB antenna indicator right there. Is there a small PCB antenna on there? Oh, here. And this might be another antenna connector. Oh yeah, it's even got like an antenna symbol on here. Here's the back of the thing. Yeah. So, yeah. Although, you can kind of like random symbols on here. Although this headphone is directly opposite the headphone jack. So, yeah, I've never actually used this thing. I even sort of guessed on which USB thing to plug it into because there's A and B and it doesn't really say anything. But we're going to go to rad10, which seems to be the letter O. Rad10 dot badge dot events dot ccc dot de, and I think I'm kind of wondering if this is going to resolve because I tried going. Oh, it does. Cool. I tried going to the cardio one fairly recently, and I think that one or more of the URLs I had been using for docs on that had changed. But here we go. Alrighty, you're a proud owner but completely new to radio. Check out the how-to pages. Oh, good documentation. This is so good. Full-featured SDR, half-duplex transceiver. What is the difference between simplex and half-duplex? Simplex versus half-duplex. The way I understood it before was that simplex is like one direction and that duplex is transmit and receive. But let's find out. Sender can send the data, but the sender cannot receive it in simplex. Okay. Half duplex, you can send an. Oh, I see. So you can only do one at a time, like a walkie-talkie. Gotcha. And then presumably duplex is both at the same time. Huh, that's really cool. How to change the nickname. I did that back in the day. How to change the default application. I don't even know what the default application is or how to trigger it. So I guess let's try turning it on and see what happens if I like push a button or three. There's at least that joystick thingy, and I don't know if the joystick clicks. It does seem to, maybe? Okay, on again. We got our little startup. I do have the film on this still. And we're gonna try what happens if I say, ah, look at that! Info, config, image, loadables. Those are basically apps. And nick. So my nickname. Oh, come back. Ah! Okay, so if I click it, yes, you can change your font. Choose animation and edit nick. I'm not gonna do that. Can I go back? Oh yes, if I just push the joystick back. Okay, so I wonder if there's any apps on here. Blinky, Bricks, Invaders, Mandel, presumably Mandelbrot set animation. Oh yeah, check that out. Woo! Oh, you can scroll around it. But how do I get out of here? Maybe if I click. Nope. Ah, you're just in the Mandelbrot set forever. Whoa! It like zooms out. I'm just lost in a sea of orange. Wow. Interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna power cycle this bad boy. Alright. Back on here. I'm gonna go back. And if I push a different direction, it always does the same thing. So we got config, all these different options. We got day-trig histogram. This seems to be like color settings, maybe. HYST, or maybe it's hysteria mode, day invert, backlight, something. I'm going back on that didn't seem to work for me super great, so I'm just restarting it again. And we're gonna go to info. Check that out. You can enter the boot menu. Oh, nope, go back. Back to info. Okay. Left, boot select. I keep hitting like, I was trying to scroll and I hit down and it went back into the menu, but I guess you don't scroll. Hold the joystick while switching. Badge on. I see. I'm gonna take the film off because this little sticker that's holding it on is getting in the way. Okay, film removal time. Ooh, there we go. So pretty. All right, David, did you get a snack?
Yeah, I got
What'd
a
you
bunch
obtain?
of stuff. I got a snack. I also got my jumper list, just so I could, just so I could check and see if the film was maliciously removed, and it just says remove this on it.
Ha!
And You can still completely see the display through those words, so I just use it that way.
It's so good. Okay, what did you get for a snack? I must know.
What did I get for a snack? I got an RX bar, which is 3 egg whites, 6 almonds, 5 cashews, and 2 dates, and 1.2 grams of protein with chocolate sea salt flavoring.
Surely 12 grams.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
One cannot live on 1.2 grams of protein.
12 grams of protein.
I'm always there for the protein. Solid. All right, I'm gonna wash my hands after all the soldering and grab a snack.
All right, while you're doing that, I can show off the KVM Go that I actually remember to grab.
Awesome.
So this is the Open Interface KVM Go. It's a diminutive version of their original KVM tool, and it matches my today's watch strap rather well. This is the HDMI version, so with the original larger thing, you could plug in VGA or HDMI, but this one, because it's a smaller form factor, you have to choose. So you can just jam HDMI right into the side of your smart TV or Raspberry Pi or whatever. You'll also see there's a micro SD slot above it, and on the other side, this is the USB-C port and also the USB-C port, one being for the target and one being for the host. And you can also use the SD card as a storage device between the two to transfer files. And the whole thing fits on a little keychain. It's this little lid clicked on there like that. I believe we already dropped a link into the document.
Surely did.
With the crowd supply campaign, but the crowd supply campaign I think kicked off last weekend. So it's currently active. If you want to grab one of these, they are available now. I don't know why I'm plugging so many crowd supply devices today, but it's just because they got that much good stuff on there.
Yeah, I mean it's a key place that our friends' technology lives. I have refreshed my Apple Tea. I'm so jelly of you out in the Midwest right now with the autumnal flavors, like apple everything. I've been kind of going feral over it, so I managed to stop myself from getting more apple pie type things and just like splurge on some tea that's
let
like apple flavor.
let me just help you out with that fear that you're having there. So it's going to be 2 degrees tonight. So go ahead and be happy that you're
okay. Jomo. Bon apple tea to you also. Solid. I've got a mini waffle iron that I put some Trader Joe's apple blossoms in, which are basically a single person apple pie. And the mini waffle iron is coming clutch, let me tell you.
It's like a slightly larger version of the hot plate.
Yeah, basically. But the nice thing is that actually the waffle divots on it make for registration stuff, so that when I flip the thing over, if I do, or rotate it, then it like registers onto the nubbins. You gotta have registration on all things. I used to use silk screen printing and same kind of deal. Okay, so when we last left off, I was looking at the info screen for the radio badge, and I think I'm going to dig into the docs a bit more.
Dig into the docs while I stuff this thing into my face.
Solid. I'm going to be nomming on a banana also while I attempt to not talk with my mouth full.
Sounds like a good idea. What year did you say this was from?
2015.
Pretty awesome that the docs are even still up. That's great.
Oh, yeah. Good nerds, man. Uh-oh. Whoa. That, was not what I meant to do, and I'm not sure how to undo it.
That looks cool, huh?
Sure does. Split view. Ah, it's a new Chrome feature, I see. Not a bad idea. Good job, Chrome. Doing a thing people like.
Could work.
What up?
Now, if only the web USB could actually work. That'd be even cooler.
I'm kind of wondering if it is the radio itself because it was also bulking
Rich
it.
on Bluetooth, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Whoa.
Okay, I'm gonna plug it into my computer. I had it in a charging port, but now I'm going to disconnect the thing I attached the Heltec module to. And I think that maybe it might have told me how to put it into the other mode. Wait, change the mode. They have a dock on this. SDR clock. Here we go. How to change the default application. Gotcha. Oh, and I should explore the loadables. So, as mentioned before, there are these. Oh no, this is the projects using it. But there, I think, is often a repository. Oh, hey, there's a silicone sleeve that you can mold yourself. Also still up. Wow. That's kind of cool. Anyway, often there's kind of a repository of extra apps you can load onto here. So maybe there'll be something cool for radio stuff. There are some random things. Color plasmonic animation. Your first simple to build antenna. Here we go, our first 404. Let's see if we can pull that up on.
Which cat does that correspond to?
It's, I actually didn't look at the 404 one.
I feel like we should. It's probably just a picture without a cat, but let's find out.
Probably. Good call.
Thank you.
Yep. Oh,
yeah.
Better than expected. Good job, y'all. Whoever's responsible for this. Wow. That's clever. Oh my god. Length required. Ooh, what a. Gotta have long cat. Wow, this really is. Okay. All right, we're gonna see about this page. Go back to like 2019. See how we get here. You can do it. Oh, here we go. The STL file, printable. I don't imagine that's still there at all. What happens if I try to... Ah! Did it download?
Yeah, something did.
Ha! No way! Hey, Kira, stop it. Go away. That is very exciting. Man, the Internet Archive is so good. So... well, anyway, I wonder if Chrome has a way to preview STLs in the browser. Let's have a look. Oh, no, I think it just... What? Did it do anything? Nope, it just closes. Anyway, so changing the default application. Turn it off. Push and hold left on the joystick. Turn on the radio while you still hold left. Release the joystick. Select the desired default application. Oh, it's done an interesting thing where it like froze the screen. I'll pull up my desk camera again. I was not going to do that because of all the crap that's on there, but I guess I'll just tidy up a little bit if I must. And I'm gonna... This is actually mounted on a selfie stick that I've horribly mounted to my overhead boom thing. So, but anyway. Here we go. So, select file. Oh, here we go. This is the. So you pick the one, and then you just like select it. Boom. Set as default. Loading. Gotcha. I wonder if there's like a firmware update for this thing.
I say B1N.
It does. It does say B1N.
Interesting.
Yeah. I kind of wonder if they've got a special little file format or something.
Yeah.
Fix the focus on here. You know, maybe I will bring this back down so people can see it without me holding it and refocus. Sorry for all the shakiness. It's like I said, a selfie stick. So now I'm gonna unplug it from power and plug it into my computer, which I'm shocked that that battery still works well enough. Wow. Okay, cool. There we go. Now, move all these bad boys out of the way. Maybe prop this up so it doesn't get as much glare.
Sorry if you talked about this while I was gone, but why are some of the regions sort of indicated with silkscreen borders there? What's that about?
Oh, like these guys, the copper around
Yeah.
here. So
Oh,
this
copper there.
looks to me like a footprint for when people put like a metal case over
Oh,
something to
yeah,
sort
I
of
see that.
shielding,
Yeah.
you know?
Shield, yeah, yeah.
And I shouldn't put this underneath because it's got exposed contacts. I'm just trying to prop this up so it gets less glare. Close enough. All right, so so that should, I'm going to try and power cycle it, which is in fact the recommended. Ah, there we go. Will it work? Will it talk to my Mac? We will find out.
It's also got the lanyard hole, which is another.
It surely does. Well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was the badge. So yeah,
All
power
right.
cycle
Yeah.
it. Da-da-da. It should have started it when I selected it, and the fact that it's, you know, having trouble both when I like both then and when I power cycled it, it's like refusing to boot it. But it is like kind of ancient. Let's see. I'm going to see if there's like. Oh. Oh, you know, I've got too many of these open right now. Oh, hey, that was useful. And what was this one? Oh, this like tells you how to actually do the thing. Okay, I'll keep those open. It's just the general wiki page. This is the same page I was looking at before. Okay, so this is if I want to update the firmware. Let's have a look at this. And I'll just grab this whole thingy. Firmware with a 1 in it. Aha!
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that for this one, it's not red 10, it's red 1 letter O. When was this last updated? We got 10 years ago. We got 3 years ago. There was an update. Apparently, this will be Rev 5. Gotcha. HackRF stuff 3 years ago. Okay, cool. They got an IRC channel, of course. Ooh, some notes on toppling LEDs. But anyway, so let's see. Oh, I've had various issues with my. That's another thing I should fix is like a dopamine thing. It's just like fix my Git setup because I think it might hate me. Maybe I've screwed up the authentication or something. Let's find
Didn't
out.
we fix it like last December?
Maybe we did. Maybe we did. I'm trying to hit Git clone with this and it's just not doing anything, but we'll see.
So for this kind of cloning, you don't even need authentication.
Oh, right, of course.
Yeah.
Come on, do the thing. It's not giving me an error, it's just hanging. But
If you just want to download it, just go to that URL without the .git and then just download the
right,
zip.
of course. Yeah. And then what's going to install build requirements. Oh, there was something cute on here too. Like when you connect it, it acts as an interface to the world of radio waves. It's so cute. Ah. Anyway, interesting. You gotta build stuff. That might be broken. We'll see. It's still hanging up on that get request for some reason. But anyway, new thing? Okay, so I do actually need to, as a noob, consult this. I should make a project directory for this. I'll put it in my downloads. Why not? Okay, so this is radio stuff. And we'll go into there. Okay, and we shall try this wget situation. Command not found wget. This is probably, I don't know if I'm like on the wrong type of system or if it's just like I need to actually put wget on here or something. Let's see. Get Mac. I thought that was like, oh, I see. Maybe it is in a Linux thing and not like a, oh, it's just curl. Oh, should work, maybe. Wait, you can use Homebrew? Huh. Let's see. Ha! Okay, it's updating Homebrew. We shall see if it gets wget. I am just gonna leave this on here so it's not just looking at one GitHub page. Oh, David!
I'm here.
Sorry, looks like your browser crashed. Okay, not like multiple minutes ago. Thank goodness.
No, I was trying to download the latest ESP32 library so I can work with an ESO, and apparently it filled up my hard drive, and that
Oh
crashed my
no!
browser, and then, yeah.
It filled up your hard drive getting an ESP32 command line tool?
I mean, in fairness, my hard drive was pretty much full already, but I had like a couple hundred meg left, and it got me down to like 30 meg, and then stuff started crashing.
Damn, dude, that's worse than me.
Don't worry, I got 98.7 meg free now, and I'm clearing some stuff up. It's all gonna be fine.
It's really enjoyable when someone else is as much of a hot mess as myself.
Thanks.
I do mean that in a positive way. I can see how that might not come up as. I mean it truly. Okay, so supposedly I've just installed at least an equivalent command called wget on here. Okay. Let's try that command again. See what happens. Okay, it's doing it. Cool.
Can we screen share you instead of watching me clear hard drive
Oh,
space?
sorry. I'm gonna switch to screen sharing my whole display on that side so that it's not just me telling you what's going on in my command line. And then we'll have to begin
storage.
First stage 1 and then stage more. Whoa. Oh right, this thing tries to resize the entire window when I make the font bigger. Why did you do this to me? It's like 50-mile long. Pardon me, kilometer long. Wide. Okay, cool. Let's head back to here. What am I doing? Trying to update the firmware. Okay, cool. So now I think I did the wget for GCC. There we go. Solid. Okay. So we got that. Python YAML. Oh, look at these people. Look how nice. They give you all these different... Oh, man. So good. Python YAML Mac. PyPy. And is it going to make me do pip3 or something? Oh, hey, cool. Did that actually work? Defaulting to user installation, blah, 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 already exists. Okay, cool. I'm going to update this anyway. It's getting mad at me for random shit. To build the docs, lib OpenCM3. I think that. Okay, no, I'm gonna walk through it. I'm gonna do it. XXD. Okay. So years ago, I was at hardware.io, which is a hardware security conference, and they had a CTF that involved a bunch of different challenges, including like reballing a BGA, which I failed at horrendously because I was using a hot air gun, and after precisely placing a bunch of teeny tiny solder balls onto the chip, I applied hot air from the hot air rework station and immediately blew the little solder balls all over the table. But another cool challenge that they had was dumping the flash memory off of an Arduino chip, like an Mind-Meld chip on an Arduino. And so I was struggling over how to do this, and then Alvaro Prieto of the Unnamed Reverse Engineering podcast, and also the like Silicon Valley reverse engineering meetups, super cool guy. Anyway, told me about a command that I could use to instantly decode like I think compiled hex files so I could read the Arduino code out of them. And I wonder, I instantly forgot what that command was, but apparently it's pretty well known. I wonder if it was this XXD thing, because if you can grab a hex dump and convert it back to its original binary form / ASCII. You're nodding. Does that mean
I'm
that
just
like?
listening. I've not
Yeah.
encountered this. I mean, I've definitely had, tools that convert hex to binary and elf and all that stuff, but I've never really paid attention to what was happening.
It was definitely like a standard Linux command or Unix command. This was super easy though, and it was definitely before 2020, in the before times. Maybe I should be saying disassemble instead of put Arduino into an enclosure and fill with epoxy resin.
No, disassemble.
This might have been it. Impossible. But it did work though. It worked. Oh, what was it though? C decompiler, maybe. Anyway, okay. Getting into the weeds. Ooh. Maybe it was Benuto. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway. Was that a text, or is that something like one of your microcontrollers is doing
I just
that
got like
noise?
6 different things all at the same time. I think my do not disturb just decided to be done.
Ah, it's disturb o'clock now. Everybody text David. Optional needed for the flash up / flash station setup. TFU util. I think I have that. These all seem optional. Okay, CMake I think I would need, because I need to build the firmware accord, apparently. I don't know about the other ones. We'll just try it without them, because I'm lazy. Oh, what? Okay. Oh, well, that is Linux. Okay. CMake, Mac. Still a software noob. Brew. Homebrew. Gotcha. Let's see if that works. Hey-ho! Hey, cool. Alright. Solid. I think there's something about, like, software, like, where my brain just doesn't convert it into, like, things that I can, like, hardware is so visual, you know? And I think that, like, code is always just words on a screen, basically, with some diagrams maybe. But like, especially in terms of like holding in my brain an image of what the state is of my computer in terms of all these different things, uh, is very difficult for me. So I'm like, I basically need to learn to use envelopes and containers and stuff so that I like don't screw up everything.
Got a new Meshtastic message. R belong to us.
Nice. All your base.
Apparently.
Node. Something something. Good
Mhm.
morning! How's it going?
Good morning. How long have we been doing this for? Wow.
Yeah. 3 hours and 15 minutes.
All right. I
No, you
just
didn't
found 12.
need to know, but okay, let's see. I'm gonna try seeing if this works with the stuff that I installed already, and if not, then I will cry, but that's fine. XXD, it does say that that's a requirement though. Okay, so I should try and figure that out. It was this thing. Okay, so Mac. Can I just like, do I just have it? Can I say which XXD and it'll like me? Does that work? Hey! It looks like I've got it. Hell yeah. Okay, so do those things. Set up those things. Oh, I got it wants me to do Git stuff. Fine. I do have Git installed. Okay, I know that. I have to grab those, so I'll dump those into my project directory. Go. Yoink. In the laziest possible way. I'm gonna actually make this a project folder. This, I think... Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Didn't I have to, like, actually open that up and stuff? So I grabbed it, and then it wants me to do, like, an untar thing. Okay. Can I just click on it? Is that stupid? And I gotta add it to my path. Okay, fine. This stuff always just, like, I need to work through this. I have this like sense of like, oh, I'm gonna screw it up. I'm gonna get like down into the rabbit hole and then like I'll lose my place and just kind of be
We can work
lost.
through
It'll
it
be
together.
fine.
Come on.
Yeah. So let's see. Should I have used the tar command or is it fine? Let's see. What are these flags? XJF? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Fine. So then it wants me to. Okay. It gives me the straight up the command here, so I think I can just run this. Oh, I need to be in the project directory to do this.
I just freed up 15 gig on my C drive, so hopefully I can
Nice job.
re-download that library without crashing the browser. But if that's not the case, then that's where I went for a moment.
All right. I think everything is in place to do this. Okay. So I did those, I think. Okay. git submodule init. It probably wants me to be treating this whole thing as a Git repo already. But you know what? I'm just gonna try it as is. Oh no, okay, yeah, I do have to turn it into an actual... Can I just say git init?
Wait. Are you in the folder?
Yeah. It's just a folder I created.
Oh, you're not in the unzipped folder.
No.
Sorry, I wasn't super paying
Am I
attention.
supposed to be in there right now?
I think you should
Oh,
be
I
in the
am supposed to
unzipped
be in
folder.
there. Whoops,
Yeah.
lol. Okay, well,
I was like, it should be a Git repo, even if it's not legitimately cloned. It should still have the Git files in it. So
Smart. Okay, so let's see. I was supposed to be in that folder. And yeah. Where does it want me to have this? In that same folder or somewhere else? See the project dear. Oh dear. Okay, so I'm gonna I've never tried to take anything out of my path before. Let's see, I'm gonna try something horrible. Sorry if there's not enough contrast by way. Okay, so let's see. So if I take this and just pull that out.
what are you trying to do?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I mean, you can update your path in real time without permanently. Okay.
Okay, and then I'll just try going into the other one. And I'm gonna take master off of there because it doesn't need to be. Oh, maybe that'll hate me. Actually, what happens when you do that? Is it gonna make it again? No, interesting. Oops. Okay, we got those things. And then I needed to place this schema jig into there, I think. So this fella? No, I had to untar that, so I'm gonna take that out of yaw. Drop it into there. My unholy... Wait. I'm not trying to move it into one of its own subfolders, you fool. Okay, now I'm gonna do that thing again that I just did, which I think was just exporting my path. Buddy duh. Doop. Okay. Okay, it's horrible, but it seems to be doing the thing. We shall see. All right, so I did that part. Now we're in this folder. Now let's see if we can do this. Git submodule init. Oh no, see, it does hate me, but I'm willing to try. And why is it not showing me hidden folders? I think that's like command space or something. Nope. Is it command shift period? Yes. Show hidden files, .git ignore, .git modules. I thought it had a... I think I do need to like tell it it's on GitHub somehow, or on Git somehow, but... How do I probably should have just done the whole...
Your audio is cutting out a little bit. I don't know if it's me receiving your audio or your audio sending.
Oh, a little cheat. Nice. I know about the thing where you like drag a folder into here and it gives you the path to that directory in the thing. I gotta check out what this is. It will not let me copy from the comment, unfortunately, but I'll save it for later. I think I am reaching a point where my brain is like starting to shut down a bit. I might save some of this for another time. I know that I'm trying not to do this. I'm trying to like not give up on a thing, but I'm not giving up. I am being aware of my state of coming out of burnout and the fact that I can feel my brain grinding to a halt. And I think I'm going to let this one sit for now. But I'm going to say that by our next one, I'll try and have this up and running. And if I don't get it on my own, maybe on one of our like offline sessions, we can have a look at it, and I can
We
be
can
like,
definitely,
David, I
yeah.
screwed up my computer forever, because otherwise it's gonna be a lot of me like dicking around with this and just being like, I don't know what I'm doing, because super noob, which is cool sometimes, but I think like right now I'm not feeling like I will. I think I will do a much worse job than if I am rested and not having just done like 3 hours of stream. So.
Well, you know that I'm here to support your command line needs as always, so
Ah,
you can
danke.
definitely set that up whenever you want.
Oh yeah, we do have
And
our
fix.
like in a couple of weeks or so, which maybe disrupted due to like holiday stuff, but we shall see. Um, Sometimes we do still have offline ones. It is good to make pauses. Oh, yay! Thanks for joining. Just since you just joined recently, I'll show you the stuff we did earlier in the stream because we did have concrete results, which is the other reason that I'm like down for like putting this down right now. Is that I accomplished other things like soldering these little fellows together, and very excited about this first prototype actually working. David, did you want to show anything that you like experimented with? You were working with that Arduino Neso M5 stack collaboration thing.
It took me until about 30 seconds ago just to get the library to download, so I don't have anything really to show on the Neso, unfortunately. I
Mm.
just needed to update my Espressif ESP32 library from 3.3.0 to 3.3.3, and it took like 45 minutes for me to find hard drive space and then install it.
Ah, yes. Well, now I don't want to necessarily cut you off when you're doing some cool stuff. Would you like to stay on and like keep doing stuff and I'll just hang back a bit?
No, I'm happy to be done. I'm good.
I know that you also booked this studio space for a certain amount of time.
Oh,
Uh,
I think the time finished probably half an hour ago, so we're fine.
okay, cool. Well, I this is such a wonderful comment. My favorite streams when I'm working is other people also working and or muttering when they're building something splendid. Well, we do this every month, and also I do these occasional hack o'clock streams where it's just like randomly on doing something hardware adjacent, and very happy to uh also if you have any of those, any faves of those, feel free to drop them in the comments and I'd love to check them out too. But yeah, I don't watch a ton of other similar streams, but I do really enjoy co-working, remote co-working. So sometimes I'll just like, I used to just do a Twitch stream and then I put a label on it and called it Hack O'Clock. And then David's in this stream started us just like doing the same thing, but
Not on the stream, yeah.
not on a stream, yeah. So good times. Again, just to wrap up informations. So if you're not familiar, we've got our collaborative doc where every session includes this live notes thing where like I drop links to what we're talking about on the screen, and that open interface thingy-majig. We should put the jumperless 5 on there too. V5 on crowd supply. There we go. Which you can find under. And then this one, which is live now. They got like a month left, I think. And oh yeah! Oh wow! This is from a while ago, isn't it? Oh wow! Ha, cool. Yeah, this is like the updates one. This is wonderful. Ah, thanks for telling me that this existed. Oh, this is okay. This is a great memory where I was at this analog astronaut conference, and Paro, the robot seal, who is an inspiration for my raccoon therapy bot, was there, and I got to see a talk about it, and they got to meet each other, so that was cool. Anyways, so we got notes about all the devices we looked at and all this other stuff, as well as the HTTP cats and the IM teapot 418 response, and then also this like game bub that David chose, which is a Switch-like device And then also you can subscribe to either of our YouTube channels or check out the playlists for previous episodes. Go to dayglow.show to find more info about these. You can do dark mode. It's got we streamed to both of our YouTubes, as well as LinkedIn and Twitch and stuff. And then we've got each of our newsletters. Mine is way out of date. There's a Discord, which I need to actually start stopping in on.
It's okay. You're not missing out on.
What is this? LinkedIn Dayglow. Oh, hey!
Yeah,
I'm gonna follow it.
Follow it.
That's great. I didn't know that existed. Wonderful. And then some previous ones of those. So go. You're welcome back anytime, and it's just a delight hanging out with all y'all, as well as with David, of course, my wonderful co-host.
I just
Always
want
an
to
awesome time.
Tyeth just put something in the comments that kind of makes me feel glad that we didn't bother. Like I said, I didn't know whether the Nesto is even out yet, but apparently we need board support package 3.3.5, which I don't have and can't get. So
gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Look for my upcoming article. No, I got nothing. I fell down the stairs, and this is how I convert it into biz dev insights. Anyway, cool. Yeah. Wonderful times. Did you want to say anything before we wrap up, David?
No, I think we covered it. Yeah.
Thank y'all for joining. We'll see you on the radio waves.
Yeah.
In what was it? The world of radio waves? Yeah.